So I once played poker against a cardboard cutout. It folded. At your cue, Earl.
Oh,
What did Earl say?
finally a joke.
It took 134 episodes.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another exciting, funny edition of the AFoOL podcast. This is episode 134, and we're back for more. So this is Joey's basement. That's BrickTrains over there.
Woo! Oh,
Got it right the first time.
Everybody's favorite down below is Jabo. He's down there. You know him. You love him. I'm Mardi Gras Man 23, and today we have a special guest.
That's the best picture you could get of me. So, middle of a conversation.
Well, see, for you guys who don't know, we have a production staff of one. That's our buddy Jason from Jason Bricks and 5, and he didn't do this thinger. Joey had to create it, so you get what you pay for.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to send you anymore because you evidently have too many to manage them.
oh,
Last episode, Earl.
Yeah, the problem is I don't have good descriptions on here.
I'm working on it. Well, you know what we did? We ran out of
Space.
That guy.
that guy.
So Jason is here from the Bricky News. We figured if we couldn't beat him, we might as well let him join us.
I don't know. From the talk on your comments last time, it sounds like you are beating us. You're way better, I hear.
Oh,
Well, that's the comments don't lie. If it's on the internet, it must be true.
Well, I will tell you, because I was driving back from Idaho last weekend listening, and I told my wife as we were listening, because you guys kept going on and on about, well, we read all the comments. And I told her, I said, I'm going to comment on every comment, and I'm going to do something that they won't really want to read, I was like, that could be pretty awesome. Let's see if they really will read every comment.
we could bleep it as we're reading it.
Well, it wouldn't be profane. It would be, stuff like Breaking News really is the better podcast, says Earl. Stuff like that.
They don't call me Ron Burgundy for nothing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you might not understand what he said if you.
Okay, before we get
I'm just here to ruin the podcast. I'm just going to talk about John Denver, and it'll go off the rails.
It'll be over. All right, I'm going to move myself around here. I'm going to put me in the corner. There we go. That way, when I turn on our comments, because we have a live studio audience. Oh,
I feel disoriented.
I'm sorry. I'm
in a different spot.
You're in charge now, Jabo.
And there's no comments there. All right. So
It kind of looks like Ryan's review of the Death Star.
do we have to talk about that today? That is that was awesome. I still want to know where he got the box. And do you think he just has the box?
The box has a not for sale sticker on it.
I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to come from a land member, right?
Yeah.
So there's our chat. I got to figure out how to get myself.
Well, here's something for you. What if, because Alex said those stickers come off pretty easy.
Really?
What if he got one somehow and then put the sticker on it?
Because he had a bunch of those stickers.
Yeah, he used to be on there. So I don't know.
It wouldn't put it past him to pay for what, he's paid for some early release stuff before.
I know that because when I went to Star Wars Celebration, they in 2022, I think it was. Anyways, it was in Anaheim, and the Lego booth was there, and what they had was a pre-release of the Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader brickheads. People were very disappointed. It came with a cardboard wrap. That was your exclusivity.
Oh, wow.
However, that is where I got the Shadow ARF Trooper, so I can't really complain because it was better than any of the other stuff. But the guy in front of me, he told me, he's like, yeah, I already bought stuff. And he said, yeah, I just sold my brickhead to M&R Production. And he told me what he paid. He said, I have to take it and overnight it tonight. So he does pay a premium for it. I will tell you that.
Yeah.
So this is kind of along the while you're talking about exclusive and rare. So when Joey found out about the Bricklink parrot, he went out of his way to get the Bricklink parrot. You guys go to Brick Slopes and they're just throwing them around like candy.
Yeah. What the heck? What the heck?
Lego.
Yeah. The heck? Breaking news.
Well, Alex almost got 2. I will say that.
Oh.
So.
Well,
see, if I went to something like that and they were throwing those things around, I'd be like at a Mardi Gras parade. I'd be jumping in front of people, jumping up, snagging them.
Like
I don't want to know what
CEO,
you'd be showing people, Earl. Just stop it. That's
No, I don't have to show stuff.
you'd be stealing the hat from the little kid.
stop that. Well, it's funny because so there was a guy from Bricklink that was there who actually looked for Alex specifically. And so he chatted with him. He had one for him.
Yeah.
But then as the convention was over, like things were mostly cleared out and we were still filming a little bit. And that's when Cody was walking by, the owner. He had a bag of them and he tossed them over.
Cool.
wow.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. It's not very exclusive, Joey. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, and it's actually, Brick Slopes was not listed as one of the conventions that they were going to go to and give them out. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is exclusive. It's a Brick Slopes version of it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that would be extra special.
Yeah.
All right. Well, are we sure?
So let's see.
I have a question. Do I need to plan 3 hours for tonight?
No, we're going to go
Absolutely.
2 hours. My bladder can't take a
Absolutely.
third.
Well, that's why
My
we
wife
started
said,
going
"Was it
early.
3 hours, and I said, "Oh, geez."
Jason, that's why we started going early.
And you guys tell us, "Wow, you guys films like so long." But you're there.
I know.
Just stop halfway through and do it next week. There you go.
There you go.
All right. So it's time for our set.
We're about to check out the vault.
Let's see if I can whip one out, Joey.
All right, go ahead. Whip it out.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
It's the new version.
It's
Yeah.
the new version just for you,
Yeah.
Jason.
I shortened it for you because it was
Thank
too
you.
long.
So we're episode 134. So the set is 134.
Yeah.
Yes.
And unfortunately, I didn't bring a physical copy with me. I wanted
Well,
to. I knew Jason would appreciate.
yes,
the
I got
fact
it.
in the garage.
Any guesses, Jason?
Is it Fabuland?
Da-da-da.
Yeah, look at that. Fabulous.
This is the one that we need to fix, Jabbo.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
got the wrong image.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the right set.
It's
just
the
the wrong
same set, but yeah.
It's
So,
a- it's
but
needed-
that's not the best 134.
No, the best 134 is this one. Oops, it didn't go. There we go. Clicky there.
Yeah.
The crane.
Nice.
So I did a
Multi-crane.
video on this probably 10, 12 years ago. I don't know. I don't know where it is. I looked for it before I started filming. And I looked at my thumbnail and I got a wrong piece in it. Just looking at the thumbnail.
Oh no.
I haven't watched the video to see if I comment on having the wrong piece. But can you guess which piece is wrong?
I would say it's probably the hook or the
It's the
pickup.
hook.
It's the
It's
hook.
the hook.
So is that one of those cranes that doesn't move?
No, it's fixed, but some of those I've seen the images where you take it apart, move it down, and then reconnect it. But that one don't look like you. I don't think you could.
Yeah, that one I don't know that you could. Yeah.
Watch out for low bridges there.
Yeah. Definitely not the worst set though. Of the year.
Yeah.
Oh
No.
wow, I made it big.
Oh, they're a bigger picture. It's got
Yeah.
a tipper truck part in it, so
You forgot to say what year it's from.
It is from what year is it from? 75.
75.
The Bricky News don't go back that far, so
Yeah. Well, and that's not the year that we had. What was the year?
1990. Oh,
Yeah.
Let
Let me get it pulled up real quick.
well, that's another stinger.
Yep.
I'm not in charge of stingers.
I mean, are we doing that now?
Okay.
Why did I say 1981?
You did the randomizer.
Yes.
Guess what? Guess what our next year is.
Jason's got us all out of sorts.
Oh my
It's
Yeah.
not on here, Joey.
It is not. You're right. That's my
So-
bad.
So, well, next week, tell us your favorite for 1990 and 1981. No.
Oh.
So
Is this
I
the
don't
year
know
you
what.
already picked, Jason.
What's that?
Did you guys already do 1990?
Nope,
not there
we're
yet.
not there yet. We're not
Okay.
there yet.
They're like 80,
they're in the mid
83,
They're just getting to the
84.
mid 80s. Remember?
Yeah, we did, I think, 85 last time, if I remember correctly. So
Yeah. So
It's
that
all
was. This is. You picked a space set.
I didn't pick up space, and I'm not that stupid. I needed a win. Didn't you see me? I was all excited when he's like,
Oh,
"I'm gonna
yeah.
pick space set." I'm like, "Oh, you lost, buddy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only
Already
thing
commented.
in a castle set.
Oh my gosh. Well, I still like the ice cream set that you picked. I thought it was a pretty good little set.
Well,
like
I
the-
told you the issue with it. There is no ice cream.
There is no ice cream.
How can
though.
it be an ice cream? The Paradisa guy has an ice cream now, but not this ice cream truck. Whatever.
Like you said, he's sold out.
Well, then he should go home. Just end it.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Anybody for Brick Kicks is their favorite, or that
Why
Octane?
is it?
Racer?
Oh no.
No.
My challenge here is I got to pick which set Mayo said I was going to pick.
Oh yes, yes.
Well, there's not very many.
No.
No. Central Park, the 60 years of
Wait a minute,
Lego.
this is not
This
right.
is in
Okay,
1990.
you're
Yeah, I'm in the wrong
way
one. What
off.
did I do?
Like Brickheads were not that old, were they?
That's Brick Kid. That's his magazines.
You've sorted by year released. So let's go back. We're looking at your collection or something.
What are we doing?
I'm
Go
just
back-
waiting for later
back
when
to
Earl tells me
Browse.
how much better this
Hang on.
podcast is.
Themes and years.
Don't even write the right-
Themes and years.
This is good stuff. You get behind the scene bloopers.
The whole show's a blooper.
The whole show's a blooper. Yeah. What is it doing?
I don't know, but yeah, I keep telling you where to go, and you keep going somewhere else. So
Oh well, that's probably because
Just in the search, just type in 1990 and then
All right,
the
here we
little
go.
thing will
I
drop.
did that. I guess I clicked on the wrong. Okay, now we're in the right spot.
yeah.
Wow.
Jason, when you
Now
see
we
the
got-
one you like, just shout it out, Jason.
Okay, I'm looking at the list right now. I
Basic
gotta
set.
change my mindset. I'm used to looking for bad sets, so this is hard.
That's going to be hard for you guys to pick the worst set of this year.
Well, it's because they leave out the worst sets when they pick the worst sets.
I'm not gonna pick a box of loose bricks. That's not a set.
Okay.
I'm just saying. And the worst set would have been that 2-pack of just Fabuland minifigs. That would have won.
That's not really even a set.
Well, neither is a box of
I mean,
bricks.
it's like I don't think it was readily available anywhere.
Okay, we're getting to interesting ones here. 3
Yeah,
packs, Crusaders cart. Here's your space shuttle.
Space shuttle. Oh no.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
I know what that is.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That might not be good.
How do I mute? Hold
Oh,
on.
I can. There you go. Yep. Okay. Well, now we'll never know what his favorite one is.
Maybe his wife is ordering a cheeseburger.
Should we do like mad movies and do like what he's saying?
It
Oh,
didn't-
this is Jell-O. How can I help you?
I did that one night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Did you try hitting the reset button? Okay, power it down, power it back on. No, the power button. It's got a little green light. It's a button with a green light in it. Push that
right
button.
beside the any key. Oh, here we go. Some Duplo barnyards. You see anything interesting yet, Jason?
I already know what set I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, I know which one I'm picking too.
I would be surprised if everyone didn't pick it. I'll be honest.
It's a hint. I don't have it.
Neither do I, and I never will because I'm not gonna pay $6,000 for a used copy.
It's not that much.
There was a guy in our local classified selling one for $6,000. So Alex and I always joke about it.
6,000.
6,000.
Is that it right there?
Yes.
Yep.
That's the one.
Well, I always feel like this came out later than 1990.
It's 1990.
Yeah,
I mean, there's some cool castle theme sets in there, but like if I was to look at this and there was one set I would say I want that. It would be the monorail probably.
All these M-Tron too. Some good M-Tron.
yeah.
Oh,
I only own one of the M-Tron right there. And I think we're getting ready to get out of the. Yeah, now we're in BrickTrains.
Yeah, there's not very many to look at.
Yeah.
where were
You know
the
what the
trains?
best part about this year is?
What's that?
No
No.
more Fabuland.
No Fabuland.
I thought there were trains. What did I miss them when
Look
when
at
the
that
phone
sport
rang?
coupe, Joey. Look at that sport coupe. Talk about a weird looking one.
The Sport Coupe.
It's,
mean, this one-
Is that that yellow?
6530. Yeah. What's going on with that car? No,
At least
not
you can get a
that one.
minifig in
Not
it.
that one. Not that
That
one.
one. I think it's a
couple
yellow.
before that. 6530.
Oh yeah, the yellow.
Yeah, there
coupe.
it is.
It's like they had windscreens left over from some airplane or something they built.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Well, it reminds me of what is that car? The
Gremlin.
an Aztec.
It looks French to me, especially with a name like Coupe.
How do you get
It
in?
might be aerodynamic.
I haven't found any trains, and I don't remember seeing any trains.
Yeah,
Castle.
I don't think there's any trains in this
There's
one.
a monorail, if that counts.
Well, yeah.
So I don't know how I've missed this.
That there's no trains in this year.
They would have been 4,000, so we're already past that.
I
Other
think.
than
I think when we did our round robin worst year, I think we discovered it then and kind of talked about that there was no trains in 1990.
so 90 is the forgotten year. I always thought it was 79.
Okay.
It's the dark ages of Lego trains.
Yeah. Well, 1990 also, and other than
I mean, the monorail is the only thing that keeps it going.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be my pick too.
All right, so that's not my pick.
You're
Okay,
going with
what's
the
your pick?
space shuttle?
Space Shuttle's a good guess,
Uh,
but it's the one that's was most. I'm picking this more based on the impact of being there, like one that I actually bought, and it's the Forestman's River crossing.
Okay, so I got to go up. Forestman's River.
Right
Crossing.
right there. Forestman's Crossing. Not the well. I forgot. There's a river but yes, just a Forestman Crossing.
Yeah.
This is your favorite.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's my favorite from 1990. Let's
He's
see if
trying
Mayo got it right.
He's trying to throw Mayo a curveball.
Yeah, that's what this pick's all about.
But it's like I've done an alternate build of it on my channel. It's like it goes way, way, way back into the early days. It's from a
early
Lego
days of
Idea book. They used that base plate in the Lego Idea book back then. And I think it might be the Idea book. Was that at the beginning? Was there an Idea book?
I think there were some books up
A
there.
blue one?
Yep. It's got like a construction worker on it.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so that Idea book had
All the way at the top.
I'm scrolling. I know. I should have just slid the slider. Computers are hard.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That had a build using that base plate.
That's an idea book I need to get.
And another thing about 1990 is you still were limited in the amount of female minifigures that you had.
Yeah, that had a good figure in it. Yeah.
Good figure.
It's usually just
Joey.
it's just a sticker, Joey.
Huh?
They're just a sticker whenever
It
they have
did
a
have-
good figure.
It did have female anatomy pictures. If that's what you mean.
Yeah, well, hey, you guys took it there. Oh, we have a commenter in our chat here. Let's see if I can get it to show up. The on-screen chat seems to be a little bit.
We had it working before we went live. Then Joey took it off. Now we can't get it back.
Yeah, so it's only going to show what was there when it was on. So when I turn it off, the history disappears. So
Oh.
I'll leave it like that and just remember to sit a little to my right so that there we go. They're back.
Oh, it's the Breaking
You
News
guessed
podcast. Who are these guys? All they do is post polls.
I remember when you guys used to do that.
Yep, we used to.
What was that like? Would we do it twice?
No, you did it quite a bit, and then you would say we're going to post a poll, and then you just didn't.
Yeah, post-
That's what I mean. I think we posted 2 of them.
We said we were going to do a lot of them, but
All right, guys. So Jason is here because he's our friend. We give him a hard time. I like to razz him, but he knows it's good fun. But he's here because he had a fantastic clearance find. If you haven't seen his video, go check him out because that video is moving strong, isn't it, Jason?
Yeah, it had a big.
Yeah.
I think it might be my best video this year as far as number of views. But
So now he's about ready to start his Bricklink store.
well, I've had a Bricklink store for
Well, to open his
years,
Bricklink
but
store.
I've never really uploaded anything
Yeah.
because I was going to do it years ago, and they would never
Wait,
verify me or
You don't
whatever.
even have anything added to the inventory.
Well, tonight I do, but
Oh, okay.
I parted out a set. I actually called Joey. I'm like, I know we're going to talk about this, but I got a table full of parts, and I need to ask you some questions. I
Oh,
can't
no.
wait. So, yeah.
so where do we want to start? What do you need our expertise, or do you just want us to go through it?
Well, I mean, so there's lots of different things we could talk about, and I will tell you first off, my wife's already told me because when she knew I was coming to talk about this, she's like, "Oh, not another Bricklink episode."
So is the couch
she will
going
not
away?
be watching, but
Is the couch going away to make room for the cabinets?
no, I sit on the couch to part out the pieces.
Oh, man.
So that's the first question I have is like, however small or large your store is,
Yep.
where is it going to be located? Because the most important thing of a Bricklink store,
Yep.
in my opinion, is being able to quickly and easily pick your orders once they come in.
Yeah.
If you got these pushed away under stuff in a garage with stuff on top of it, you don't get any orders for a month, and all of a sudden an order is like, oh, where's my stuff at?
Why didn't you tell me that last night, Joey? So I have decided, at least in the beginning, I'm not doing any of the bins with like an acro mills or any of that style. What I am doing is I actually, because those are kind of expensive, and
It
you
is
need
a
a
cost.
specific type of space to store those. I don't have control, so I can't play that.
Well, I'm looking at the chat, so
It's fine.
here.
All right, I'll get back.
So are you going to store
We'll
them
let
in?
that one go.
What are you going to be storing the parts in?
So here,
Show
let
us
me
what
see.
you got, Jason. Whoop it out.
An assistant's gonna help me here. Just those.
Whip it out.
Hi, Tanya.
Well,
trying
see, she won't have to watch it because she's
I
going to
know.
be part of it. So she just needs to leave us a comment when we go back.
So like this one here, I've got my minifigures and creatures.
Yeah.
So this is a little different, but I have, like I parted out a set that has some.
Okay, this is the way I started.
So
Writing the item number on the bag.
So
Yeah.
if you're going to do that, my suggestion would be to get the shoe boxes from Walmart. You have
So I got a bunch of these. They were at Costco, and I was able to get.
well,
I got 16 of them for like $30.
yeah. I mean, it's not that it's those are they're kind of big.
Well,
So
so
if
what
you
I've
had shoe
done-
boxes, you could line up sandwich or what are they? Quart size bags.
I have my bags, and I'm separating them into groups, like 25 lots in this bag. So 1 through 25, 26 through 50. So
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
So I put numbers on them: 0001, 0002.
Oh, but what are you going to do when?
You just have a bag, basically.
Okay.
So that's like box 1, bag 1.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's like 1-1-1, 1-1-2.
Well, really, I've just, because I was going to do that, I was going to label the boxes. I had this whole plan, and then I realized as I was entering numbers, it was not going to work because it was going to be very, very difficult to keep track of as I started adding more and more things.
Yeah.
So what I ended up doing is basically I'm like, okay, well, if I was to have a bunch of, Acro Mills type deals, I'd have shelf 1, 2, 3, 4, or drawer 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what I did. Bag 1 is essentially drawer 1. Bag 2 is, and I just wrote on the bag, and because I had them all sorted out separately, and then I got about 3/4 the way through, and that's when I'm like, we're throwing it out, and we're just going to 1 through, I think I have 78 out of the set that I parted out. So
did you make sure you put like 0001?
they're all 4 digits long.
Okay.
Yeah, the 4 digits is good because it takes a long time to get to 10,000. So the sort is important. Like I told you last night, the sort's important because when you go to pick them, you're going to want to work like through it one direction because you want to get through it quickly.
Yep.
And the other is to not duplicate.
Yeah.
So if you got that numbering system, then if you sort and you have that in your remarks, did Joey tell you to put it in your remarks, that number?
That's where I put it in the remarks. Yep.
So then when you sort by remarks on the order, then you'll only go to that box one time. That's what you want to do. Open that box one time. If you got 4 different elements in there, get them, go to the next one. And then, because if you're getting one piece out of there and then go to another box and open it up and get a piece and then come back to that one, you'll hate yourself. That's what I was doing.
Well, I might already hate myself just with this, but we'll see. So
no, what's going to happen over time is you're going to recognize that you're going to want to do something different, whatever, something more sturdy like these shelves, and then you'll slowly work into it. And then those tubs and those bag systems, they'll become your bulk.
Yep.
You'll all of a sudden you'll have, well, the first one you'll end up with a bunch of is brick separators. Make sure you get a big tub for those because I've almost filled a shoebox full of those because nobody buys them.
Well, and that's I guess one of the things I wanted to ask you, because I have a bunch of manuals, and I'm like, I know people list them and try to sell them. Mm-hmm. Do you guys really sell a lot of manuals, especially on newer things? Well, I'm not talking if I had Cafe Corner, I'm going to list that. But
it's the new stuff, no. But if you list 10,000 manuals, one of them is going to sell.
So I'm going to store 10,000 manuals.
No, I don't think it's worth your time unless you got.
That's what I was looking at. I'm like, stickers, of course, I'll keep, but I don't even keep my own manuals for the most part. A lot, especially smaller sets. It's like I just got to get rid of this stuff.
Yeah, the things that are going to sell first are stickers. I mean, not stickers. Minifigures, tiles, certain special elements. But it's like, you can't waste your storage on things that might not sell even at a low price.
Yeah, right. That's my thing. I'm like, you know what? I'll just scan them, get 20 points, and throw them away.
Yeah,
I have a large box that they're in that I can no longer pick up or manage. I'm gonna have to empty it to do something with them. But I don't put them in my store, and to your point, they're about ready to go to the recycle center.
Yeah. I have 2 filing cabinets and 10 comic book boxes full of instructions.
Wow.
So that's I don't. It's not even that many. It's not a lot like a large variety. It's hundreds of different. But I got duplicates.
Right.
Because I don't throw away manuals. I don't throw them away. But I sell something almost every week. But again, that's a lot of volume of space.
Yeah. I've got
for $2 one day.
I've got 6 large priority mailboxes full of them.
No. Wow. You're not supposed to use those.
Stack them. Oh, Well, I got 6 boxes that are the size of a large.
Yeah.
So
priority mail
something that you got to
box.
kind of think about, Jabo's selling his manuals online. I think all of us do stickers. When it comes
Stickers
to
are the easiest thing. In fact, I could see just doing stickers only, just having a store that specializes in stickers. And there's one in the U.S. Because stickers don't take up a lot of space and they're easy to store. Just put them in a binder in like baseball card things.
Yep, that's
You
what I do
need
with
2
mine.
sizes. You need baseball card size, and I think the other one I have is either 5x7 or 4x6. It's
Yeah,
like 2 on a page.
2 on a
I
page.
got
Yep.
the 4 on a page, 2 on a page, a single page, and then the baseball card, the 9 on a page.
Yep.
Most of them are going to fit on the 4 with the 4.
Yeah.
Right.
stickers.
Most of them are. Yeah. The
And
only
I
thing I was
just
going to say about stickers and manuals, I don't know about if it's as important with manuals, but it's very important with stickers. You have to protect them when you're shipping.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if you have mixed, parts
is-
and stickers and
Yeah.
don't
Which is
throw the
crazy because
stickers.
some of them come out of the box and it's like,
yeah,
They're wadded up. I know.
Yeah.
uh,
But
So-
the other thing you got to think of starting out is the less variety you have, the less likely you are to get an order in the first place. So
Yeah.
just work on building up your inventory.
mhm.
But as you get, whenever you get that first order, you'll start to see things that you don't like. Because I know there are still sellers out there. I came across one the other day that all they care about is adding to their inventory quickly.
mhm.
So they'll have the same part in multiple lots. So it's easy, like you
Yeah.
parted out that set, you put it all in those tubs. The next time you part out a different set, you don't go and consolidate them. You just go start with a whole new tub system. So if
Yeah.
somebody orders the same part, it's going to be in 2 different lots.
And they might be 2 different prices because I've
Yeah.
seen that as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've seen them have over 100 of the same element. The one that cracked me up, and these stores are easy to find. You just search for the stores that have the largest number of lots.
Lots. Yeah.
And one of them, they had at the top a lot limit 200. They literally had items that they had 100 lots of the same item. I'm like, so even if you just bought 2 items, if you picked one of those and tried to buy all of them, you couldn't because it exceeded their lot limit.
Right.
That's funny.
And when you're uploading parts, you might think that's the fastest way to go. But then when you're, if you're shopping in that store, it's a nuisance. And then
Yeah.
if you're pulling those orders, think about if somebody had 10 2x2 plates and you had it in 4 different locations.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder how are they storing their stuff, right? Are they doing like us with the
No.
drawers and then just
No,
like took an empty drawer and just
They
started?
will put the same part. I mean, different parts in the same thing open. Not like Jason's got all his bags. Theirs
Yeah.
will be just dumped into a drawer or container,
Right.
like 100 different items, and they got to filter through them to get to them.
Right. Yeah. I've seen so many people do that, and I just don't understand that.
I don't either.
I don't either.
But if you're limited on space, I mean, I kind of do it in a way. I use those old hard rigid trays that have 19 slots in them. I just
Right.
label them tray 1, tray 2, and I have 19 different elements in there. But what I try to do when I'm putting parts away, I try to never put parts that I might mix up in the same tray.
Yeah.
That
So-
plus you the reason you use those trays is because your drawers are full, right?
Yes, that's how they started. They were just overflow, but after a while, I'm like, oh, I can just leave these here. Like, but I do when I put a part. If I get an empty tray, a slot in the tray, I'm like, wait a minute, I don't want to put this piece in here. I'll get it like a minifigure heads. I wouldn't put yellow minifigure heads that were different in the same tray because
Right.
I'm going to mix them up. Or a minifigure. If 2 minifigures that look similar, I'm not going to put them in the same tray.
I saw
Oh,
the
with
team.
wedges that go left and right.
Yes.
Oh, that's another one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
We still mix those up
Yep.
when sorting.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
I was matching them up to the picture. I'm like, okay, let's make sure I got the right one here.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
And then the one that'll get you, if you ever part out Technic sets,
Oh,
the wedges they have, the Technic wedges or whatever. I don't know if that's the terminology I use, but sometimes they look big in the picture and it's the little one.
Okay.
There's so many different varieties of those.
Yeah.
But just make sure you have a system that's going to work for you when you pick it. So that's everything's got to have its location.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I put, I decided, okay, I'm going to put 25 or whatever in a bigger bag. So I don't have to sort through a box of 100. I just have to dig through the bag, make it a little easier.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll find that it doesn't work, but who knows?
well, you'll figure something out for yourself that works. And
You started with one set and you had multiples, right?
Yeah, I did the, I can't show you. I threw the box away. The Avengers versus the Leviathan. So the one that had Loki and Hulk and whatever. I had 3 of those. So that was the first one. So I made a video about it. It'll come out shortly.
Okay.
And you'll like it because I dropped the box on my cups I sorted, but that's a whole nother.
Oh,
at least you're
What
recording.
do you use to sort them in?
What's that?
What are you using to sort?
I'm using foam cups because that's what was cheapest.
okay.
I had another idea to get something else, and I was like $6 for 25 cups, or $1.87 for 50 cups. Okay, we'll do. I don't know.
Well, see, that's my cups.
Plastic cups.
Yeah, they're just like a Dixie cup. These are actually our Aunt Anne's. They were going out. I don't know. Somehow I got tons of these.
I got some of those.
Yeah.
What do you guys just go buy a bunch of pretzels so you can get them?
No,
Well-
Joey was cleaning up his dad's place, and he said, "You want some of these?"
Yeah, he had like a case of them. And my sister was mortified. She was like, "What are these? These are gross." I said, "No, those are perfect for sorting parts." So I took them all, and I sent them a couple sleeves of them. But this is an advent calendar box.
Okay,
They got
so that's the newer one, right? Because they used to
the
have
cardboard one.
trays in there. Okay.
Yeah. But you can kind of make these yourself if you want.
So, Jason, did you use the Bricklink add to your inventory feature when you?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I looked a little bit into what is it, BrickTsar or whatever the software is, and
that's for if you're going to be doing it regularly. Because I tell you why I use BrickTsar. There's one crucial reason.
Let's see if I predicted this.
I'm in the middle of uploading something and it times out, or I can't upload everything right then.
Right.
So when I use BrickTsar, I go ahead and price it and get it all ready, and then I start uploading. And if I have to stop, I just stop where I'm at, upload what I've put away, and then save the rest for later.
You usually do it by color too, don't you?
Yeah.
When you're uploading.
I sort by color.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting to where I try to sort almost by the way I would be putting it away too.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and that's what I told him. Because when we were talking about it last night, that's exactly what I told him is that because of the timeout problem that Bricklink had. Now, I have not had that issue here. I haven't had it for a year or better, but I also do it a little different.
Well, I will tell you how petrified I was last night as I'm entering all this stuff. I'm like, don't time out. So thanks, Joey, for freaking me out for 2 hours.
So,
well,
if you use the worst thing you could do is you have to redo it.
That's the worst.
That's pretty.
Well, I mean, if you put your remark, like what I mean by that is if you consolidate your lots, your previous remarks are going to be on everything that you have that's a duplicate, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you get halfway down the page and you lose power. When your power comes back on, that set never got uploaded. So
right.
You just go back through it again and you'll get to the point where your power went off. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're not uploading the same part twice. You're just scrolling down till you get to where you got messed up.
Do we want to demonstrate this?
So did you realize how long it took before you before you started doing it?
I mean, I'll tell you this. I learned a lot just through the one set, or three sets, I guess, that I uploaded, because like even in that, I made the decision, oh yeah, I'm throwing out the brilliant plan I had to organize my parts, because I had different boxes set up.
Yeah, no, you don't.
And I was going up and down the list trying to keep things in the, what I thought would make sense.
It just
so when that's stupid.
Yeah,
No,
when you bust a set, just remember you do just do all the bag ones.
Yep.
And don't do the inner bags, right? You just do the put the inner bags to the side.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I did. I did, all of bag one with the small bags off to the side, and then
don't have to. It doesn't matter where you put it in your store, as long as you put the remarks on it. It's going to tell you where it's at, so you don't have to have all your wedges over here and all your plates over there and all your bricks over here.
I realized that pretty quickly. I'm like, yep, we're just going to simplify this because I don't want it to time out on me.
Well, so here, let me do.
Well, the other thing you can do is when you upload it, you can just put it in stockroom. Just go ahead and upload, and then go back and edit where it is.
Right.
Okay.
So like I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna part out this set. I have this poly bag, and it's already parted out. It's a whopping 17 parts, I believe.
Is it a tipper truck?
It is not.
That's the right piece count.
Yeah, that's the only one I knew.
So yeah, so you just go through. If you want to include your instructions, your box, blah blah blah. I'm gonna part out parts and a whole minifigure, and then I'm gonna upload it to my. You can't see my finger. I'm gonna upload it to the stockroom A.
You forgot to change your price to current. Average.
Current average. Let's see.
Yeah. And maybe this might be helpful if we talk about some of these things.
Okay. Yeah.
We go through. So. Parts and whole minifigures. So that's if you're going to keep the minifigures all together, right? If I not do Captain America's head and torso.
Right. So that would be parts including minifigure parts.
Yeah.
So you're going to break the minifigure up.
Yep. And that's the other thing I learned. Evidently with minifigures, I never paid attention before, but like I assumed Loki would get his scepter. He doesn't.
No accessories usually. Might be some neck pieces occasionally.
So here's another one that's you need to watch. I have it unchecked. This include extra parts. I know for a fact that this poly bag that I have, it says that there are 3, whatever. There's these 2 little blue round tiles, trans tiles. Yeah. The Bricklink's going to tell you there's 3 of them. One of them's the extra part. 2 of them in the set. If you turn that extra part on, you most definitely have to double check, count, whatever. I turn them off, and because the extra parts are always those little nickel dime pieces, right? They're penny pieces.
Yep.
So I will end up with an extra one in there. But if I had turned that on, I would actually be one short, because the Bricklink's inventory is going to say it should have had 2 extra. My poly bag does not have 2 extra. It only had 1 extra.
Interesting.
So that's in that, I don't know who's wrong. I don't know if Bricklink's wrong or Lego's wrong. Or Lego's.
So when you go through the process, do you count all of the lots? Like, I'm doing this one, I got 42 of it. This one I got 6 of.
I kind of look at multiples.
Yeah.
I don't count, but if you do it enough, like if you're parting out 10 of a set and there's an item in there's only 1 of, and you only got 9 of them after you get done parting out, it's like, okay, something's different. I have parted out what I thought was the same set, and I'm like, this isn't adding up. It should be. I think I had 3 copies of something. I was like, I got even number. I got 2 of something. I'm like, whoa, what's happening here? Right. Well, this is where the alternate parts come into play. Okay. When they change a build in a set.
Yeah.
And you don't realize you got 2 different copies of the same set.
Yeah, this one here has an alternate part. The grill piece either has or doesn't have the little lip around the bottom.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, so you got to pay attention to that, because Bricklink pays attention to that.
They've gotten rid of some of those.
They have.
I consolidated balls, I think, or something, some kind of bowl looking thing, but or was it a ball? It was something. I had 3 different lots. They used to be 3 different part numbers. They just made it all one part number
One
now.
part number.
Even though some of them have the other part number on it.
Yeah. All right. So default condition. I mean, you're putting new parts away. It's new parts.
Okay.
Yeah. Earl just, corrected me on it because I had current items for sale versus
Last
6
6
months
months.
sales average. It's pretty. The 6 months is going to be a lower price,
Yep.
right? Because that's the
And
one that are
generally.
sold. Yeah. Theoretically.
Do you guys generally just leave them, or do you go in and adjust them?
Minifigures I usually adjust. It depends on if I want to turn them over real quick. So if it's like a $12 minifigure and there's tons of them at $12 and I want to get rid of them or get my cash back or whatever, I might go in there and put it for 10. And they're like, boom, they're gone. If it's something I'm like, this is going to go up in value more than like the $12, and then maybe I'll go in and put it for 15.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you got to kind of know that because these averages are just what's being sold.
Yep.
Six of them sold, 3 of them was high and 3 of them was lower than that, right?
Well, I won't let Alex be in charge of my pricing. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like Lego.
So you got your default comment. If you want to add, I would usually leave that blank. You got your default remarks. You definitely want to leave that blank if you're going to be merging your inventory, which you're going to want to merge it. So
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm uploading everything into the stock room because this is the problem this is why Jabo likes Brick Store to get away from this problem. But everything that I'm going to go over to my store. So anything that I already have in my inventory is also going to go into the store. We'll see.
I don't do that.
You don't do it?
No, I just stand right here and just put them up.
Well, if it was something this small, like I'm doing now, 17 parts, you're right, because I'm going to be done in like 5 minutes. But like I told him, I told Jason last night, if I part out some big sets and I'm like, I'm going to say all of Saturday, I don't know. That's just the way I do it.
Yeah. If you didn't have time to do it, then I get it. But I try to make sure that I try to make sure I don't start it unless I know I can get through it. Like I
agree.
I might sort them today, and it might be 2 or 3 days before I actually put them in the store.
I don't upload them to my inventory until I've already put them in the store.
Yeah, see, that's...
And the only problem that I run into that is if a lot sold out while I was picking an order. Because I don't close the store necessarily when I'm uploading either.
Right, no. Yeah. Okay. This next one, retain all items in my store inventory after they're sold out. This is if you're going to...
Don't ever check that.
Yeah.
Don't ever check that? That's interesting because something I saw online said you always want to check that. So
that's people that always want to have the same part in the same place. That's people that have sorted their store by categories. Then it makes sense. It would make sense. So they're always going to have their 1x1 plates in black in this particular drawer. And even though I got thousands of drawers, there are parts that have stayed in the same drawer because they've never sold out.
Right.
And so those are the ones you get the muscle memory. You know exactly where they are.
Yeah.
But if my 1x1 white plates sell out, I'm not going to worry about putting them in the same drawer anymore.
Nope.
And so what'll happen is it'll save it, and then the next time you upload something with that same part, it's going to automatically assign it to that. But if you use that space for something else, then you're like, wait a minute, what happened here?
Yeah. Like your bags you have, it'll tell you, you got to go put this. You don't have any more black plates, but they were in tote 1, bag 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's much easier because the way we all do it is just grab the next empty drawer, right? It doesn't matter what these numbers are on the front. I'm just going to grab the next empty drawer. I'm going to put my parts in there. I'm going to put it away, and I'm done. I'm not looking for where the thing says I need to put it. Yeah. I would never check that.
Okay.
Never check that.
And like I said, the only exception I would see is if you're going to do by category, but that's just...
Yeah, if you want your
I think that's crazy.
Yeah. If you're doing like your left wings and your right wings, and you wanted them in drawers separate from each other, but right beside each other. But I don't see.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Putting similar parts next to each other.
That's a disaster.
I had 1x8. This is not by plan, but just me putting stuff away. One day I realized I had put the 1x6 plates and the 1x8 black plates. They're both black. 1x6 and the 1x8s were side by side in 2 drawers. 2 different numbers. That was still confusing. I had to separate them because I was like, I just feel like I'm going to grab the wrong one, even though the number is different. It's just too similar.
Too similar. Yeah. Let's see. What's this next one? Exclude all items from upload by default. I don't know what that even does. Don't check it.
All right.
Or Jabbo, I don't use any of this.
This is if you have a large quantity of something and you want to give somebody a better price the more they buy.
Okay.
And I would do this. Let's say for some reason you part out something and so you get all those little pieces and you got 1,000 of them. Yeah. Well, you don't want to count 1,000 pieces. I would recommend already have those pre-sorted, like in bags of 100 or something.
Yep.
And then give people an incentive to buy 100 instead of 99. Because you don't want to make the mistake I made. I had stuff that was in bags of 25, and somebody ordered like 20, and one of us, I don't know which one of us, probably was me, put 20 of the bags of 25.
Oh.
So when the next person placed an order, I was like short like hundreds of parts, and I was like, oh. Gotcha. And I realized I knew exactly what had happened when I saw that. So, but yeah, that's volume pricing is what that is.
Okay. Well, and I've seen that where people will list like a bulk order of a part, like it's 50 of, I don't know, a brick or a plate, whatever. And it's, cheaper. But the thing that's interesting about that, because there's a guy that I've bought from a number of times locally, if he has a part that doesn't have singles, but he has the bulk, you can only buy it in bulk. Right. Have the option to buy one.
Yeah. Now, that's different.
That's okay.
Yeah, you can set where you have to buy a certain number, but this you can set the more they buy, the better the price they get.
Better the price. Okay.
I think that the number is on this next page, isn't it?
There's one store I've seen. They if you buy something, you have to buy the whole lot.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Oh.
And then I just saw a guy in Australia who got banned by sellers in his country because he was buying the whole lot.
Well, yeah, I saw he was excited that you commented on his video.
Oh, really? I didn't see.
He's like, wow, it's like a superstar. And I was like, where?
I'm like, yeah, I'd be like, who?
That guy that's sleeping in his telephone truck?
Okay, so consolidate.
That's very important.
Yeah. So new pricing, new tier. That's the way.
So if the piece has gone up, update or
well, what happens, Jason, is that let's say you have when you upload, you change the average up, it kind of trues up your pricing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like if a set comes out and there's an odd piece in it, and 8 months from now, that piece has went from $1 to 20 cents. You're never going to sell them in your store at $1. So when you upload more, it'll drop your price to the current average, or vice versa. It might raise your price to the new current average because it's
okay.
Yeah. So that one,
new price and new price tiering. Yeah.
Yep. Old remarks. You definitely want that one checked.
Because that keeps the same part number I had before, right? Or location number.
Yes. Location, yeah. So if you're gonna, because we're consolidating, yeah.
Okay.
I think the rest of them, is there anything in there that I got wrong?
No, I mean, if you were uploading something, you wanted to turn off the sale, you could do that.
You could, that would be there's some new. What is that? Where's it? Oh, old sale.
Yeah, I would just do new price. So like so what will happen is
if you
have a 10% sale,
yeah,
and you're uploading new parts of something you already have on sale, it's going to change it to the price that you just made it, but it'll be 10% off.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Gotcha. Okay.
This one down here, this continate.
Concatenate.
Yeah, go ahead. I know what the word is. I can't say it
Remarks
though.
with the remarks.
Yeah, so that sounds like it's really cool, but don't do it. It usually screws up stuff. If your old location's bag 1, but you're going to also put some in bag 2, which is bad form.
Yeah.
Then it gets a weird bag 1, bag, and I've never seen it work real great.
Yeah, I've occasionally had to do this, but I just manually do it instead. If I have the same part that's too big for a container, and I got it in 2 different places, that's the only reason I'd have. So if somebody's looking at my store, it's still going to look like one lot. But if it doesn't fit in the same container, I'll have it in 2 different containers. Like my planet spheres, I have those in like 3 different places, but you're only going to see one lot for the planet spheres.
Right.
Why don't you put, like, if you have too many for your one container, why don't you keep, I don't know, your other 1,000 brick separators like in your stock room?
No, you want them to be available for sale.
Okay.
That's the
Your
reason.
stock room is not available for sale.
It's not for sale.
So
Okay.
if you're ever missing a part, you're ever missing something, like I have 4 items in my store that are missing in my store, but so I have them in my stock room. That way, if I ever come across them, because what happened is I put them in a drawer and I didn't give them a remark.
Yeah.
And so now when I go to upload a set, the next page you go through, and as you're going through the next page, you put everything away that has a remark, because that's everything that's already in your store. And then when you can change prices on that. And when you get to the bottom, and after you upload it, then everything that doesn't have a remark, you can sort your inventory by stuff that doesn't have a remark. And then you go and you put those away. Well, I've went to go put those away, and it's like, where are these 4 pieces? Those are from probably sets I parted out 2 times ago that I put them away, and I just didn't type the remark in when I put them away. So they're in here somewhere.
Yeah.
But
so you can type an incorrect remark. Your remark might not save. There are a lot of ways that you can screw up your inventory. Pick an order wrong. That's the easiest way to mess it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's where when you are picking, I don't want to get too far ahead, but when you're picking an order, you always want to be able to see the quantity left.
Yes.
That way, that helps you audit your collection or your inventory as you're picking an order.
Yeah, if you pull 3 out and you originally had 4, it's going to say quantity left 1. It's pretty. Oh yeah, I got 3 in my hand, and I got 1 left in the drawer. Good to go, or in the back.
And then you say, "Man, I wish that guy would have bought all 4 of them." Why did
Yeah.
you do that?
Yeah. All right, the last one here is just a sort. So it's basically going to sort them on this next page. So it really has nothing to do with anything. So I'll hit submit for edit.
And so, do any of them have remarks?
So that's what we're going to scroll through and see.
So these are all new to your store.
These are all new, which I would have thought I would have had some of these, because I have.
Are you sure you did the right?
Are you sure you did?
But it says you already have this in your inventory, doesn't it?
Didn't
Oh yeah. We're not to the next page. Yeah, you're right. This is the page that everybody worries about, because if it times out on this one, then you got to go back and kind of start over, right? So this is a page that all you really need.
Why is it not showing?
You didn't check something right. You didn't check to consolidate.
Yeah, I did. Just everybody quit panicking. It's fine. See, here it's going to show 2 and 2, but I got, because I didn't select extra parts, I've got 3 and 2. So on this one, I really should have 3. Now I can manually change that to 3 if I want, which I'm going to, because I have 3. And then here is your alternate.
Your alternate.
Yeah, so it's which part
You
do I
delete
have?
one of them.
Right.
And sometimes, if it's multiple, sometimes you'll still have both, but different quantities.
Right. So in this case.
So in this set, it comes with one 1x2 jumper, and it's asking you to say which of these 2 you have. Is that right?
Isn't one of them on? Isn't the one of them is going to be there? If you want the other one, you have to. Right.
Yeah, and sometimes the price difference is huge. on these.
Yeah.
It'll be shot, and you definitely don't want to have the high price one, and it's the other one.
But
Right, you don't wanna
if
mess
you
this
don't
up.
select one, Jason, it's going to give you the default one of those two.
Oh,
Yeah, see over
It's
here where
already
it got
sold.
deleted.
I got a bug.
When I hit verify items down here, it's going to delete the one and take the other one because it assumes that this set came with one stud without groove. The other one is stud with groove. I have the one with no groove. That's what I have. So it is selected correctly. It's going to delete the with
Oh yeah,
groove.
it's already set for delete. I see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But
So-
you will have sets, the same set, not even multiple copies of the same set. The same set will have two different molds of a
Yep.
part. That will happen at some point.
Barn Bricks is here. All right, here we go. I'll hit the verify items.
Oh, this is where it shows you the. Okay. Yeah. This is
So now it's showing consolidated. Okay, so it's actually done it.
Now you didn't put remarks on the ones like
No,
you
you
didn't-
see
not
my
yet.
remarks are here now.
So see what Joey did is he's going when down at the bottom when he uploads, he's putting them all in his stock room.
Right.
See, what-
Everything moved to my
put
stock.
the remarks in later.
What
No, the remarks are
ones that
yeah.
don't have remarks.
no,
Yeah.
what I do is I don't as I'm going through this, I put these parts away and I just upload them to my store. So we all three of us kind of do it a little different.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, because what
So
I did when I parted mine out, I went through that last screen and I put the remarks for each one because, of course, I didn't
Well,
have
that's
any in my
because
store. But
right. You
then
want
I
this
uploaded it, and I guess they're there.
So if
So-
you did the remarks and where you just did them in that previous screen,
Uh-huh.
because I selected use old remarks, it would have
But-
overwrote the remarks that you put in there.
But Jace, that's the first thing he's uploaded, so he had nothing in his store to consolidate with.
Yeah. You didn't need to worry
I
about.
get it. I
So,
get it.
so I guess my question is, like, on if it was me on that last page, the ones that say there's already a remark,
You
I
go
would
put
skip that because it's going to autofill. The one that doesn't have that, is that where I'm going to put it, or do I need to wait to do this later?
no, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
You're gonna upload it right here.
I'll show you an easier way. There's an easier way to do it. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll show you the way I do it, and then this is the way Joey does. He puts all in his stock room.
Can you?
Yeah.
Are you okay uploading this, Joey?
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Yep.
So
Okay,
now,
so that's there.
so now go to your inventory.
Right.
This is
Don't dox yourself.
I would
I've already
create
checked. I'm not
a.
gonna talk.
and I would
shortcut
click.
for this.
I would click right there. Sort by remarks, and then there's a spot underneath that says missing remarks. So you sort by remarks. You click missing remarks, and when you hit enter, it's going to pull everything in your store that doesn't have a remark.
But
So
he
that
hasn't put
button
any of
on
the
the
parts
side
in.
that says remarks, is that what you're talking about?
Well, I'm just gonna do this.
There you go.
So now
That's
I have
everything.
the ones with and without the remarks.
See, I don't do that. I just do the ones without remarks.
But Joey hasn't put any of his parts away yet.
No,
Right.
they're still sitting here.
So he can go through and put all of the parts up, and he has the locations there. And then if
But
something doesn't have a remark, he can put
can
it in a
add it.
drawer or a location and type it in.
But see, he's in stock room, so he's got to uncheck the stock room and
Yeah.
as he goes too. It
Yeah.
just depends. Jason, watch all three of us do it just a little bit different,
Yeah.
and we all three did a tutorial of the way
I know.
we each
I've
did it.
watched your videos actually. So
Oh, have you?
yeah, I did do a little research, but I still wonder about some of this.
Yeah.
Hey.
So okay, here's my Iron Man. He's the first one. It's drawer 1837. I stuff him in the drawer. I type AK 1837 because that's the name of the drawer, and I uncheck it. Now it's out of my stock room. It's up for sale.
Yeah.
And then I just got to put this drawer away, which I'm not gonna get up and do, but
So Joey, I'm with Earl on this. I mean, the safety for you is you don't have to worry about making a mistake with something that's already in your inventory.
right.
But you do got to click that checkbox on every part. Like when I upload, I do have to click the stock room, but it's only the parts that I didn't have a drawer for.
Gotcha. Okay.
You understand?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I get you're saying. I don't know that it that
It's-
it
it's-
slows
it's-
me down that much.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not,
I'm already typing things and clicking things.
I think essentially we're doing the same thing in that we're just putting parts away one part at a time.
Right. Well, Jason, this is the thing. You got 3 different people here doing the exact same thing, just slightly different.
So-
And you're going to find the way you want to do it. You do it Earl's way or stockroom or whatever. This
Well,
is
then
just
I'll
the
come
way
back and tell you guys are doing it wrong.
Did you come back and tell us we're doing it wrong? Yeah.
Well,
So and the thing is with the way I got here, I'm not worried about it. I can walk away from this for a month.
Yeah.
Now the only thing is all these parts are in the stock room and they're not for sale right now. But like I told you, I'm not worried about that right now.
and I don't want to do that. When I part it out, I get ready to put it in the store, even if it takes me, even if I'm standing up here for an hour and a half, 2 hours, I want to be done with it when I.
Well, see, and I think one of the things that is different because this was kind of a revelation to me a couple episodes ago when I said I parted out. What was it? The hotel, the boutique hotel. I think I parted out 3 of them, and that's like 6 hours of just parting out.
Oh yeah.
And I think one of you said that I only part out the smaller sets, and that does make a difference. Because if I were to take when I did it just like I did here, I took a pretty good chunk of inventory off the table for being for sale.
So you're saying when I pick out 5 Falcons, it's going to take some time?
Yeah. So in that case, that's where like the stockroom software does a lot better.
Well, the thing with it, when you do those 5 Falcons, Jason, is you're gonna go to bag 1, and then when you get to bag 2, you're gonna have to keep an eye on everything that you pulled out of bag 1, and then when you get to bag 3, now you're just gonna keep growing it, and every bag you're gonna have to look back and say, oh, I had 1x2 gray plates in every bag. So that's what slows you down when you're parting it out.
Okay.
I mean, don't be discouraged because when they're on sale, you buy
I'm
them.
not. I mean,
when you're on sale,
we can't agree on how we do it.
I
just don't be. When you're sitting there in the living room and you're watching a movie and the movie's over and you're like, man, I'm only halfway through.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, the parting out part, the physical parting out, the more sets you part out, you'll have you'll get that down.
Yep.
And that's why some people do it that way that we don't like, is because they don't want to part it out like we do. They just want to say, okay, I got 3 Falcons. I'm going to combine, I might combine all the bag 1s and all the bag 2s and all the bag 3s. I'm going to upload them and I'm going to say this box has all those parts from the Falcons. And then if something sells, now I got to go dig through the parts. So instead of them spending the time on the front end,
they do it on the back end.
They spend their time on the back end.
I'm telling you that it's
so much easier.
I don't want to say that way is wrong, but I will never go back.
It's so much better to spend your time on the front end.
And it makes it easier. Like if you want a part from your collection, it makes it easier to go find it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, there's
and you know what else you might find is once you get everything parted out that you think you want to part out and you're growing your store, you might look at a tub of that you have 6,000 green leaves in and say, let me just add these to my store.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, what's the next logical place to go here from this point?
So I got my inventory up. I've loaded. I'm good there.
Yeah.
So I guess the next thing is, what do I do? Okay. I guess I got to go in and set my terms and all of that.
Yeah.
What are the things I need to be aware of there? And then when I ship, what are the things I got to be aware of?
Whenever you get to your shipping checkout and you turn on instant checkout, you need to conference call me and Joey so he can teach us both how to do it. Because I still don't have instant checkout.
Oh, you don't have
instant checkout is huge in getting orders if you have instant checkout.
Yeah.
So you got to set up shipping first, right?
Yeah. And this is the problem because the API is the best way, and I think that's what Joey uses because they change their rates.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's see. Do I want to I think.
So do you only ship in the US then, it looks like?
Yeah,
I do. I
Yeah.
do.
What about you, Jabo? Are you US?
Yeah, I used to ship internationally. It's not worth it. He's got Canada on there, it looks like. I don't even ship to Canada.
Oh.
I'm not sure how. I think that's just, I think it's North America, yeah.
I want to ship internationally. But
I want that.
Somebody places an order that's like 2 ounces and it costs like $24 or something to ship. It's like,
yeah,
it's only if I was selling sets, even though those would cost a lot more to ship internationally, but they're more expensive, people are more likely to buy them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But people don't want to place a $10 order and pay $25 to $30 for shipping.
Yep, I get that.
Okay, these groups, Jabba, what's the deal here? I've got mine set into 2 different groups because it seems like I can set both of my USPS to group 1, but it doesn't seem to work the way I think it should work. Do you have an option there that you
I set this up so long ago, I don't even know.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna click on the ground advantage and see how it's set up. So you get a name. Jump in there. I'm sorry. I'm talking over
you got it set for automated.
Yes. Yes, the automatic. If you click the manual, then you're gonna have to
enter for your different weights.
Yeah.
You got to do it. That's what I've actually done, and I need to change it.
Yeah, the automatic, it just pulls it from USPS and gives the purchaser a price, not necessarily it's not going to give you what it's going to cost you. It's just going to get you what you're charging them.
Yeah,
which should hopefully be more than what it's costing you.
Because that's my big fear about this, right? I just
This is the big place you can make mistakes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show you something real key as he gets down here.
Yeah. So destination, this is a domestic. The base rate is the courier API or the weight band, which you want to do the courier API because that's Bricklink talking to USPS. It gets the latest rate. And then this is UPS Ground Advantage Commercial, which is cheaper than retail. So like retail right now, I think it's like $8 and commercial is like $5.
Okay.
So you got to have a shipping service too. Don't go to the post office and pay full rate.
Well, yeah, that would be retail. Yeah, the commercial is because we're going through PayPal.
And PayPal is shipping is back. Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah, I had to reset everything up.
And it's so much better than ShipStation.
Really?
Yeah, it's so much better.
Did you get your labels to print correctly?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't have to do anything.
I bet they must have had a lot of people complaining.
Yeah, I didn't have to do anything, Joey. All I had the first time I shipped, I think I had to, I don't know, sign something and agree to something or whatever, and then it's fine.
Yeah, I had to put all my I had to put everything back in. I had to start over.
I didn't even know it was available again.
Yeah, well, that's because you use pirate ship, right? Okay,
right,
so
where are you at? Because I was going to say the shipping and handling. Some people add shipping and handling. But I wouldn't do an exorbitant amount.
So if I want to go to at the very top where I need to change it from request for invoice to the U.S. first class or whatever.
Yeah, you're gonna have to add a whole new thing.
I'm looking at this on my phone because I'm seeing what I had set up before. Yeah. So it looks like at the top that name is what you actually type out because I had to enter that. I had something in there because I had selected, I don't know, something else. So it's actually down below where it appears in that choose a UPS rate chart. That's where you select it, but at the top you have to enter that name, Earl.
This up here, you're talking about up here?
Yeah. So like that.
And if you notice, it says retail for some reason I typed retail in there, but I'm
Okay.
actually using the commercial.
Well,
Oh,
mine
away my secret.
says. So mine says under group, under method, it says USPS first class package retail, and then the next one says request for invoice. So I have a request for invoice check.
Yeah, we're gonna have to conference
The
call.
more you have on here, it will actually give people an option. Like they could choose, and I think that's what happens on mine because they could choose ground advantage.
Yeah.
Yes,
If they choose priority mail, then
this is the three options that I get. My customers get is these three options.
Yeah.
So if it fits in the ground advantage, it's under £1. It'll default to that one, but it'll still give them the UPS option or the priority mail and the request for invoice. If it's over £1, it'll only give them the priority mail and the request for invoice. Although I think ground advantage is more than £1 now. I think it's higher than that. We'll have to look and see somewhere. Where am I at?
So there was an option too, because like the order, when somebody picks an order, the weight is based on the weight of the parts.
Yes.
Which is not going to be the weight of your package.
No.
Yeah, that's part of what I was concerned about.
Yeah. So
okay, so that's down here with this restrictions and adjustments.
Yes.
Right. So mine's set up for $5 minimum and $100 max. I wonder how many orders.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I didn't know that was set that way.
Do you know how frustrating
I know what
it
is. No. It would push it into priority mail over $100. That's why that's set that way. It won't give them. It's not that they won't let me check out, but if it's over $100, it goes to priority mail, which means the insurance is picked up in the priority mail under. I'm not going to get $100 of the parts in a purple mailer. You know what I mean? Unless it's a very expensive part. That may be wrong, but that was the thought process.
Don't you have that Spider-Man you could sell?
Oh, I could. Yeah, I could send it. But I wouldn't send $100 part.
You have to find it on your.
If he can find it, if Dakota hasn't put it in a train carriage somewhere.
Okay, so this is just a restriction on ground advantage.
Just on ground advantage.
You know, you can buy additional insurance on ground.
I know.
Advantage.
Well, but and then we skipped over all that. I don't have it turned on for additional insurance, additional charges, or any of that. This is the way I do it. Jason, you can go back one. But here's the important part.
Adjustment is very important.
Okay.
These.
What's this?
What?
Click on the add adjustment. Just click on the arrow. I just want to see what the options are. That's not the arrow. That's it. Okay.
You see it?
Where you can?
Oh, it's not showing up on yours, is it?
No.
It shows add package padding and add base weight.
Yeah, I add base weight.
Okay.
Is what I did. So, because 95% of the things that I ship are going to be in a bubble mailer.
Right.
And so I just add a couple ounces to the total.
Oh, so you don't do the margin. You just add a flat 2 ounces or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the margins are important though, because let's say I occasionally get orders where they picked priority mail, like fixed rate, and it won't fit in the box.
Yeah.
Because you do want it, because it's like you stacked it. You're getting a pick-a-brick thing, and you're trying to get everything in it. That's the way Bricklink calculates.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
You want to leave room for error with that, but I definitely.
So do you have a weight margin and an add base weight?
I don't do the apply weight margin. I just do the add base weight.
You don't. Okay.
Yeah.
And
the way I look at it, if somebody's placing a huge order that's not going to fit, it's going to be a lot more. And I usually eat the costs. Like,
gotcha.
I'd say the vast majority of my orders, the people have paid less for the shipping than it actually cost.
Really?
So do you do the dimensions margin, or do you do add package padding? Because it looks like that one allows you to add like inches to the size or something. Like if you look, see.
Oh, I haven't done that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the add packaging padding is I don't
Like
think that
if you
changes
need
your-
2 extra inches each way because of the box or whatever, I get that.
right, yeah. But I never understood how Bricklink knew how you're going to pack them in there.
Yeah.
Right, that's some
Yeah.
kind of algorithm that it's using. So
Well, I
use
could see that being more of an issue, like if you're selling whole sets, like you're selling the cafe corner. Well,
Oh, that's what
I
this
would
is
want
for.
it to be.
That's what this is for sets. This isn't for pieces.
Yeah. So anyway,
but it's still going to go to the See, I don't think either one of these really apply too much for me, is because I'm doing everything in a bubble mailer. So
yeah.
if
Well,
it
I
gets
do
over-
have a number of sets. I don't know that I want to part out. I might just list them in my store. Like, I don't think it's worth parting out Yoda's lightsaber or
Yeah.
oh
no,
the TIE fighter bust. The helmet. That one. It's definitely better to keep it as a set. So
yeah, and so that's the other thing we hadn't talked about is like having the materials to ship, whether it's you're shipping a set or the parts orders.
Mhm.
You gotta have something to ship them in.
right.
And I've been doing this for 25 years, and the only thing I've bought is bubble mailers.
Okay.
I've never bought a box. Priority mail supplies are free.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm usually, but they've raised the rates here recently. I mean, just like very recently. And I was like, I've had a little bit of sticker shot here on a couple of orders. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's like a lot more on certain, especially going across the country.
Yep.
And with you being in Utah, it might help you because it's probably cheaper for you to ship to people in California than it is for us. And I get a lot of orders from California.
I do too.
Okay.
So that
I don't know. It wasn't as cheap as I expected to send you. I had this. I just basically put it in a Manila bubble mailer essentially. And I feel like I used to be able to ship those for like $5, and I want to say it was
it's
like
over $6 now.
It was probably like 7 or 8.
Oh no. Well, you paid full retail.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's retail. Yeah.
Well, I paid what they told me it was. Sorry.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I was like, Jabo's worth it.
You know, Jason, you can go through PayPal and buy a label, and you still get a PayPal discount, even if it's not.
Okay. It's probably similar to when I sold a few things on eBay, and it was that same kind of deal where
eBay shipping is great. I wish their fees were as good as Bricklink, because their shipping is like, you sell an item, you do 2 clicks, and you print a label.
Yeah. Did you see the comment, Nick G?
Hey,
Finally
Nick.
made it. Glad to be here live. Wait till he sees what we're talking about, and we'll see.
Wow. We're killing our viewers one at a time.
I know. I'm sorry.
So that's another takeaway. Even let's say I know everybody that doesn't care about Bricklink is probably not even watching at this point, but
yeah,
the one thing you can take away from this, if you're shipping something to somebody, no matter who it is, for whatever reason, never go to the post office or to a UPS store and pay for shipping. Everybody can have a PayPal account.
Yeah.
And just go and get the discounted rate of the shipping.
And print the label at home.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if, say you don't have a scale, take it to the post office and ask them to weigh it.
And then go back home.
Go back home. It might be worth it because it could be a lot more, especially UPS store is the worst.
Oh, UPS is horrible. UPS.
Yeah, because you get their upcharge.
Yeah, it's way upcharged. And there are some Bricklink stores that still I've gotten packages and I'm like, they hand wrote their label and they went to the store and paid full retail for it. I'm like, why? You got a store.
All right, where do we want to go now? What's your next big question or concern that you need to answer?
When you get an order, Jason, you scroll all the way to the bottom. Most of these things is because I learned everything from Jabo. Scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's a little thing that says "Show checkboxes," and you click that, and then and then it'll populate the same thing. It just goes like you're going to another page, and it'll have a little checkbox. That way, as you're going down, you can check off the parts as you're pulling them.
You see the little check boxes?
I don't want to
go too far down.
Yeah,
I was wondering. I'm like, are you going to show someone's address? I see the check boxes there. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
And
I've gotten those where it's printed and the person's checked them as
Yeah,
they.
and if those aren't there, you just scroll all the way to the bottom. It says show check marks.
Oh, stop.
You gotta scroll past that, and it'll say show check boxes. And then,
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, without doxing this person.
So the person I learned all this from was Bricks on the Dollar, but he just I don't know if he deleted his channel or it got deleted. His so all his tutorials are gone right now.
Oh.
But yeah, he's the one that taught me about the checkbox thing.
Yep.
And I used to, and you could still do this if you wanted to, print out your order on a piece of paper and pick it that way. I hadn't done that in years.
No,
because you know what that does? Piece of paper, it adds weight to the order.
Yeah,
that's like one of the ones I got here. They printed it, and you can see put the little check marks next to it when they picked it.
Yeah.
I don't add an invoice, don't add the pick list, I do everything on my
They
laptop.
get a box of whatever they ordered.
Yep. That's exactly right.
I was like, if you can't figure out when I order stuff, I know what I ordered.
Right.
Now the ones that are kind of particular are the big buyers. Like I want that guy hadn't bought for me in a while. There's a guy that used to make those Star Wars creations that he would sell at exorbitant prices, and he's placed a lot of orders. His orders always came with instructions.
Oh wow.
Oh, really?
Here's my thing. Time to give me instructions is before you place the order.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to pick the order the way I pick it.
Yeah. I'm not bagging it up the way you want after you've already. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. Is there something else that we need to
Anything else, Jason? Any other questions?
I don't know. I guess the other question I'll ask you, like how busy are you as far as like orders? Because I talked to Joey about this. It sounds like he's maybe averaging one a week, but
we're not Jabbo status. I probably I might go 2 weeks without getting an order, and then the next week I might get 4 orders.
Right.
Jason, I have 11,000 lots and 720 something thousand pieces in my order. I mean, in my store. I do good to get 2 or 3 orders in a day.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But occasionally you will get that order, and you'll look down at it, and you're like, "Whew, this is a great order," but it might take me an hour to pull it.
Well, and the secret to this, right, is supply and demand.
Yeah.
And if you have the supply, people are going to buy it. So the way Bricklink works, though, is it's going to recommend. You're usually going to get the cheaper you're going to get the parts that are the cheapest first. Well, at least that's the way I sort it when I'm buying. And I don't know why anybody else would not sort that way. So
quantity.
Yes, exactly. If I need 15 of those parts, I need 15 new, and then it sorts it by who's got them the cheapest.
Yeah, somebody can have a part for a nickel that everybody else has for 20 cents. But if I need 100 of them, I might be buying it from the guy that has them from 20 cents.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And, there's one store that is really bad about having cheap parts that are like more rare parts, and they're like, oh, those are within the right price range, but the 2x4 red brick is $3.
Yeah.
And if you ain't paying attention to it, and you let the Bricklink wanted list thing just automatically fill your chart or your cart, all of a sudden you got a cart that should be $15 that's $125. Ask me how I know. I didn't buy them, but it's like,
yeah, I've seen that where, I go and I'll usually go through like 2 or 3 people to kind of see, if say it's, 20 lots that I need and no one has all 20, but it's like 18 or 17. I'll sort through them and be like, okay, you're $17, you're $52, you're,
right.
So, yeah, I've seen that. So it looks like you have a question about.
Yeah.
Do you think? Oh, Earl's supposed to read the questions.
Is it plastic?
No.
Well, the question before that was my number. It wasn't a question; it was a statement. My number one
Yeah, I
source
saw
for
that.
plastic information.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it says,
Is this
do
going to be another plastic deal? I'll make it short. There you go.
you think you're going to see
Okay.
an uptick in U.S. orders with the international postage issues?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't think it's a postage issue. I think it's a
Yeah.
tariff.
Tariff issue. Yeah.
Warm bricks. Yeah, I don't think you'll get any more or any less because if you're going overseas, you're gonna get stuff that you can't get in the States.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is true. What Barn Bricks just said.
Yep.
My 2 cents on getting orders is high volumes of new or great selection of used and fair prices on both.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the other question I would have for you guys. You know, I mean, we see the hauls where, you know, you go and you get a Falcon for $35 or whatever, you know, and that's a big deal, but that can't be your entire supply for your store, right?
No.
So how often, and if, you know, I'm not asking people to give away their secrets about how they work their store if they don't want to, but like how often do you buy like newer sets or things that are closer to retail? You know?
So if you want to just grow your store, you could buy new sets of Star Wars and superheroes, and those figs will turn, and you'll almost get back the price of the set most of the time selling the figs.
Probably not on the
Even with the new
Death Star.
prices. Well, yeah, and not on $1,000 Death Star, but you never know that Stormtrooper might be a $200 fig because that's the only way you can get it, right?
Right.
And it's in $1,000 set, so it's not because that's
there won't be a lot of people parting it out, you would think.
yeah, and if you know.
So there's people that like we're just hobbyists at this. We're not.
Yes.
Yeah. So it took me many years. I mean, I was doing Bricklink for 8 years selling when I did my first YouTube video on it, and I was it was a mess then.
Yeah.
And so I added a little at a time over time. I would go weeks without a sale. And I think, you know, I experience as a buyer, I'll buy from people that obviously they don't get many orders because I'll place an order and then there's like crickets for a long time. And then suddenly, oh, I got an order. I better respond to this.
They're trying to remember their password.
Yeah, exactly. And so even when I wasn't getting very many orders, it's like as soon as I got an order, I wanted it out. I wanted it gone.
Yep.
And it's like, so you got to have that kind of mentality. So don't forget about, if you don't get orders for a while and you go on vacation, don't forget to close your store.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
another.
another.
We've all seen it. If you place an order, like you want that to get you're waiting for those parts, probably, right? A lot of these people are. So
yeah,
I get that.
I think most people that place an order want to get their parts.
But
well, what I mean is they're like halfway in their build and they're like, oh, I need this part.
Sometimes you might go on vacation or go out of town for the weekend and you haven't got any, like me or Joey, we might not get an order for 2 weeks. So you don't even think about closing your store, and then you're not home and you get an order and you're like, oh, you got to message the person and say,
I do get the occasional, somebody will place an order on Thursday and they need it that weekend. I'm like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There is an option to close your store if you don't log into it after however many days you set the number of days. Mine's set for like 3 days. So if I'm get busy at work and I don't have a lot of orders, that's set on mine for 3 days. I have had times that it's like Thursday rolls around and I get an email notification. We closed your store. I'm like, dang it. You gotta go back there and turn it on. But it does help for, you know, the inevitable when I pass on and nobody, you know, Dakota and Heather and whoever, Cassie, are all like, oh, that Bricklink store. At least they ain't gonna get a pile of orders. Or
yeah, but that's kind of like the person that your boss saying, if somebody hit you with a bus tomorrow, who's gonna take over for you? You think I care? Somebody hit me with a bus. I don't care who's gonna take over for me.
Well, I kind of care. I don't want to leave a mess for them, you know, that they have to deal with.
Yeah. We've been left messes.
Yeah.
I had that thought yesterday. My wife and I were on a walk and we were talking about this, and the thought I had was, like, what's your exit strategy with your store? Because at some point you're going to have thousands of parts, and
Mhm.
either you got hit by a bus and someone's left with a mess, or you're going to
Let's
sell
say you
those.
didn't want to do it.
I
It's
don't
not
know.
for you.
Yeah.
That's why in all this sorting and putting parts away, you should think of it as like, okay, if I want these parts in my collection, I know where they are.
Mhm.
And there's
And it
always
will
the thing you can sell. If you want to get rid of it quicker at a less price, put lots on eBay,
Yeah.
and you get a lot higher fees. I mean, the great thing about Bricklink, it's like 3% fees
One
compared
of
to
the things that's neat
30%
about
for
having
Bricklink.
your
I mean, for
store,
eBay.
I mean, mine's built up to like 150,000 pieces, and I don't build mocks as often as you, but it's pretty neat when you're just building something and you're like, oh, and you look in your store and you just go pull it out of your store. You don't have to worry about doing a brick
I mean,
link order, three
Yeah.
pieces. Or,
I've taken so many parts out of my store. It's been great. And yeah, they're not sorted by part type, which a lot of mock builders, they'll have their everything sorted by part type, but it's just as easy for me to just pull up my wanted list and go over there and get the parts out. Just got to
Yep.
remember to subtract them from the inventory.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
So again, we're not having like these strategies for like what sets to buy, what sets to speculate on, what sets because if a new set comes out and it's got a lot of new elements, that's the highest part out it's probably ever going to have is that the moment it comes out, because with those new elements, sometimes people want to get those elements.
Yeah.
But if you want to get a sale, there's one surefire way of doing it. Put a tipper truck in your at a fair
or a
price.
bucket. Just put a bucket in there.
A tipper bucket at a fair price.
Yeah.
So if you find one at a Bricks and Minifig,
Right. Yeah, just
see, I think that's a way of tempting me, because if somebody has one tipper bucket in their store, the challenge for me is finding other things in their store to make it worth me buying that one thing.
Right.
Yeah.
so you could just look for, like, right now the Walmart just put the that Star Wars 3-in-1 pack, the holiday pack with it. They just put it for $45 today. That's going to end up having a good part out just because of the figs that are in it. And you just look for stuff on Amazon and Walmart. Just try to make sure that everything parts out at 3 times whatever you pay for it, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And figure out what your plan is if you start having a lot of sales or enough. Well, it doesn't really matter how many you have. You're going to get a 1099 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
1099 IT, right? Isn't that what
Yeah.
it is? TI, something like that.
And if you're starting a business, the IRS, when you're starting a business, it's almost expected that when you start, you're going to have losses because you're bought those storage containers to put these things in. You're at a loss.
Mhm.
But if you're treating it as a business instead of a hobby, you can show a paper loss in your business.
Yeah.
In the startup years.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
You have a Harbor Freight?
A tax guy about it. So I
You have
asked
Harbor
questions. He thought it was very fascinating that people buy Lego sets and separate them and sell the individual parts. He's like, really? People do this? I'm like, it's a whole thing. Trust me.
It's a thing.
You have
All
a
right,
Harbor
people,
Freight,
that's
huh?
their careers now.
yeah.
Well, there's a guy locally. I went down and probably bought. I've bought a number from him, but like getting ready for Brick Slopes, I bought probably 3 orders, and he offers local pickup. So I just went to his house, and it's a full-time job for him. Like that's what he does. He hired like a neighborhood kid to come and help part and pick out orders. But it's interesting because he had actually a booth where he was selling parts at Brick Slopes, and I was talking to him. So he had like what is it, in the Tudor corner?
Yeah.
There's I don't know, whatever it is, the restaurant at the bottom. There's a tile for the restaurant that's printed.
Oh, okay.
I asked him because he had a whole bin of them. I said, did you part out this many of the modular? And he said, no. His dad goes to Germany every month and buys parts from the factory. And I'm like, oh man. So
there's a YouTube channel, and it's a couple, and they end up in that thing about at least once a month. I follow them, and I actually do the dubbed so I can understand what they're saying. But yeah, it's fascinating for them to go to that.
well, it's one thing if they're in Germany or close to it.
Right, yeah.
To fly from Utah, it's like, what?
I'm hoping that we get something like that here in the United States when the factory in the United States opens up. We won't right away, but kind of
Maybe they'll get you an inside tour you can go do.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to do that too. Yeah.
So,
all right. Do we need to do a part 2 on this, or?
I don't know. You want to do a part 2 in a few months when we can do my Bricklink fails or something?
Well, I think we definitely need a follow up in a.
We'll see how it goes.
So one thing that you can do is there was an option on there where you can set a bypass password.
Yep.
And so if you get your store, you say your store's closed, but you wanted somebody to look at your store. Now they could actually place an order, but if you give them the bypass password, it's not the password to your account. It's just to get past something that's like a, and so I've had people do that.
Like, hey, I need
or see what it looks like.
Yeah.
One of us could just browse around your store.
Okay. I'll look into that. I'm going to try to get some more stuff in there before I do that, but okay. Cool.
All right, Earl, you're
all
up.
right. Joey, you have something on here that says you want to talk about enter now for a chance to win a
oh yeah, we should talk
Lego?
about that. Let me see if I can find that. They are giving away, or they have a raffle or sweepstakes, whatever it is, for 10,000 insider points. Come on, Joey, find it. Here we go. And it doesn't cost you anything.
I've entered. I did it 10 times.
10 times.
Does anybody ever win these things?
Yes, allegedly.
Legally, somebody should win it.
They post the winners.
Okay.
So if it's AI, I don't know. But I actually found at one time the list of winners.
Is it like the Monopoly game at McDonald's?
Oh,
yeah, there's some guys. Yeah.
Have you ever watched that documentary?
Yes.
I've not seen the documentary, but I've seen
that is it's great.
Crazy story, isn't it?
It's really good.
Okay. Was there anything else then, Earl?
Yes, there was. Hold on, let me get back to it. I got to get back to the notes.
I talked about the Brick World tickets.
Yeah.
So to the end of the month, they're $130. Oh, wait a minute. Let's close this screen. I always forget to do that. They're $130 till the end of the month, and then they go to $150 for the early bird.
Is that for the whole weekend?
Yeah, that's like a AFoOL pass or the displayer pass, whatever. It's for the whole deal.
It's listed as an AFoOL pass,
and it's not an AFoOL pass. It's
Man,
whatever.
We are getting popular.
Yeah. But in 2024, that same early bird special was $100.
Jeez.
Are you going again?
No.
Yeah.
Well, he was thinking about it till he saw the prices. Now,
well, we skipped last year. This year, we skipped this year because we started adding it up, and it's like, okay, so it's me and Heather, then it's Cassie and Dylan, my daughter and her husband, and then Dakota, and of course, we're going to buy the tickets, and then 2 rooms, and my wife's a snob, so she wants to stay at the hotel there, the Renaissance.
Yeah.
We were well north of $4,000 or $5,000.
Well, you didn't even mention all the sets that Dakota got.
Yeah, well, but that's why that's why we didn't go. It's just too expensive anymore.
Yeah,
they're going to price themselves out at some point. I think
maybe they had too many people, and this is their way of weeding it out. But
could be that.
I'm not going to any conventions. Maybe Brick Slopes one day. But
me and Heather talked about it.
Slopes, we get lots of stuff. At least.
I think I'm done with conventions. I actually don't even see the point. Let's except to meet people, and I just go do that.
I was gonna say, I think it's to meet people. Yeah, that's why I would go.
What happened? Then you realized you don't like people?
No, I mean I can go meet them outside the place. I don't need to go
Oh.
inside.
He's just.
Well, I can tell you, it only takes 3 trips to Atlanta to meet Jabo. So
Yeah.
He's gonna go meet Alex in the Bricks and Minifigs parking lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see what else you got. Has anybody? What do you got about our show notes? Show notes have.
Our show notes. If you hit the history button and scroll back, it goes all the way to the beginning of our first episode.
Wow.
Well, not our first episode. Apparently, I didn't start it until like our second episode, but it's kind of weird and kind of cool to just kind of go back and look at all the things we've talked about, the people that we've had. I just thought it was.
I didn't know that. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's all in there. It's like a little clock with a counterclockwise arrow going around it. If you hit that, you can just scroll back through all the history. It'll even tell you who made the changes and all that. Google Docs. Who knew? Well, I didn't.
You're the computer guy.
Well,
I do have something to share with you guys.
Okay.
Share it, maybe share it.
So, and you guys will like this because this is, we're all in the same age range. So when on my trip, I went to, Tennessee and Kentucky, but the last night we stayed in Nashville. So I'm looking around to see what's going on. I went to go to the Lego store. Maybe I'll have a video come out on that at some point. But I was looking to see what else is around there near, the Grand Ole Opry. And I see this thing. It's called Cooter's Place.
Oh yeah.
So you remember Cooter from Dukes of Hazzard?
Yeah.
He has a museum / store that's owned by actually Cooter.
I've heard of that.
And so I'm like, well, I got to go check this out. And it was like 30 minutes before they closed. But fortunately, it was like literally around the corner from the hotel. So I go in there and I'm looking around. They have a little area up front where they sell stuff. And then they've got all of these displays. Like they have one of the General Lees and they have, I thought of you, Earl. They had the car that was Roscoe P. Coltrane's. They've got just cases full of, Dukes of Hazzard lunchboxes, little figures, all this stuff. And you come to the back and, they had Daisy's Corner and they had something there. Let me see if I can share this. We'll see if this works. So I have this picture.
It's
Daisy and it's a Lego mosaic.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
And I was like, so up front when I was getting ready to leave, I asked the gal, I'm like, how long has that been there? She's like, I don't know. It was here before I started years ago.
Wow.
And I checked. It is official Lego, so don't worry. It's not,
You got real close to the studs.
Not creepily close, if that's what you're asking.
What you looking at, Jason?
I'm looking at you. You can see what I'm looking at.
Were you trying to make sure she had pantyhose on under them Daisy Dukes?
I don't know if I feel
my wife's here
comfortable
looking over my shoulder just off camera.
Wow.
Anyways, I thought you guys would appreciate that.
Yeah, it is cool.
Being of that age. So
that is cool.
So I got some bad news.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to leave.
Okay.
I wasn't going to leave when they called me, but more stuff has happened.
Uh-oh.
And it's not because Jason's here that I'm leaving.
You got to go teach them how to reboot it.
Oh, it's not good.
Uh-oh.
Well, before you go, did you see Nick's comment?
Tailgating the
conventions before.
Conventions, yeah.
So you'll be out there doing
your tailgating. I mean, they have one in Atlanta, and I don't even go to it. So it's like, I just don't. Yeah, if I go to a train show, it's like $10.
Yeah,
right.
Like if I go display at a train convention, they pay me to come. Like if I was part of a I'm on the chat with one of the the train clubs, but I never go to any of the meetings. I'm not really a member. I'm just on their emails. But it's like, yeah, they basically pay exhibitors to go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, but Lego's a little different because it's so many people going. But yeah, I'm not. I'm not paying that much. I'm the exhibitor. If I'm an exhibitor, I don't think I should pay 10 times what somebody going as a fan pays.
Well, it was the same when I was doing the train shows. They gave me and Heather free tables to set up and sell, whatever trains, Lego. I mean, they wanted you to be selling trains, so we sold Lego trains, but they also wanted me to bring my Lego display train. So, yeah,
you didn't have to pay a vendor fee.
I didn't have to pay a vendor fee. No.
Yeah.
I just come in and they gave me a table and then a space to set up my stuff. So
yeah, that is a weird dynamic at Lego conventions because my dad came and some other friends and family, and I had to explain to them. They're like, "Oh, so do they give you table space?" It's like, well, yeah, but I gotta pay to have the ticket. That's the one thing at least about Brick Slopes. I don't know if you saw. I did the haul video. I at least got value back for what I did.
Well, yeah, and that's what I saw Alex's video too, and I'm like, he got several sets, like because Cody, right?
Yeah,
Cody.
He does a good job, and I don't know how long that's going to be sustainable for him, but he does a good job making it worth your while to go.
Well, we actually didn't get like great sets compared to what some people got.
Oh,
and it's all done randomly, but it was funny because there was, I won't say who it was, but there was one of the Lego masters that was sitting behind us, and they won like a Black Panther bust.
Oh,
the big one. And they won another set that was like $150 set.
Yeah.
Just as random prizes. It wasn't, hey, Lego Master, come up and get this. It just happened to be that way. But so there were other people that got a lot of great things.
Mm-hmm.
So not everyone got that big of a thing, but anyway. So
you had a chance.
Yeah.
You go to some of these, you have no chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I went to Brick World, I won like a $15 Minecraft set. And that was it.
Yeah.
When I first started going to Brick World, it was a lot more like Brick Slopes as far as, I mean, you didn't walk out with as much as Brick Slopes, but you walked out with quite a bit. They gave away. It's really changed.
Yep.
It's changed owners. I don't know how much that has to do with it, but it is very much so profit driven now.
Yeah.
I think when it got away from Indie Lug is when it started getting more profit driven. So.
I'm sorry for Belly.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's all right.
Jason, you're going to have to do the outro if you stay around.
Okay. Thanks for watching.
Wait, not now. Yet.
Oh, not now. Okay. Tell your enemies and friends, or
even when I'm not here, we still read the comments because that's early.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you.
All right.
See you
Thanks.
later, Jabbo.
See you, Jabbo.
Bye.
All right. Let's see where we at. That's a good position. I never know where it's gonna go. So did you just use the free StreamYard when you had to do it? And
No.
Oh, did you pay for it?
No, I did a free trial.
Oh.
It was a 1 week trial. So it was funny. They actually had like a 50% promotion. I was like, should I do it? I don't know. And it would, because it's not cheap, right? There is a free version, but then you have the very limited features and some of that stuff. It has their logo. So I think I could have got the level above that where I didn't have their logo and I could do some of the audio stuff. And I want to say it would have been like $18 a month for either 6 months or a year.
Okay.
But you had to prepay the whole year, I think.
Right.
Is what it was. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll do this. Maybe the sale ends today. Well, some reason the sale ended at like 3:00 in the afternoon on a Sunday. Because I went back in and the promo it was offering me was a free 1 week.
Yeah.
And if I didn't cancel it, it was $88 a month. And I definitely didn't want to do that. So I told Alex, we got to get this done and downloaded, and I'm canceling my subscription. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay $1,000 for this.
I think mine's for whatever. I think it's like $50 a month or something, or close to that.
Yeah, I know they have like the other one that would have been 18. I think if you do the annual plan, it's like, I don't know, 35 or whatever. So that's the half price.
Yeah.
And if you did a monthly, it's like $45 a month. So
Yeah, I think that's the
the
plan.
level you're at.
Yeah.
So going back to Brick Slopes, when they took that big pirate ship apart that they all participated in, did they all just take their part back?
No, I don't have my treasure chest. It's over at Ryan's garage. We're
Did
going
they-
to display it at FanX.
There you go. I was gonna say, I thought they said they were gonna display it somewhere else.
Yeah.
For a while. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you plan on getting that back eventually?
Better. It's like $150 in parts. I better get it.
I bet, yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. So no, it was a fun thing to be part of. It was actually kind of funny because we were filming over near there, and I think it was just the episode that came out. If you listen at one point, you can hear them say, builders of the upscaled, Barracuda, come over for a picture. And most people won't hear it, but I just know because I was there. So we had just finished. It must have been when we were doing the food segment. Anyways, we start to walk over, and the guy that led it, Ryan, he was the one that we interviewed. He's like, "Will you take a photo for us?" I'm like, okay. And then he realized about 30 seconds later, he's like, "Wait, you have to be in the photo." So it was kind of funny.
Yikes.
So
I was going to ask you something else. I forgot. I'm getting old, Jason.
okay.
My birthday is next week. I'm getting old.
Uh-oh.
What was I going to ask you? Maybe it'll come to me while I'm reading the
Is it
comments.
about brick slopes?
I think it was. Okay. Let me start on the
Hang on.
comments. Maybe
Here we
it'll
go.
Are you ready, Earl? It's time for some foolish comments.
I don't like them.
You want me to autograph that?
I end up getting snarky, and I'm surprised they keep reaching out to.
I'm not happy.
It's not even funny.
It's not even funny.
It's not even funny.
It's not even funny.
Sure it is.
Only when John Denver's involved.
Okay, Ty Novell. First, whoopity doo. Are you guys wearing red, white, gray, and blue again deliberately? Also, great thumbnail. No, we never plan anything.
Nothing's, yeah.
On bricks. Wow, 30 seconds after release. Well, he's quick. Ty Novell. I don't know what that. I can't even translate that. He just says something and then he says whoopity doo again. Singenator. Some people just have no life. Pasta Jensen. Nothing wrong with being a fan. That is true.
Yep.
Unis lapis ad tempus. Here we go. Congrats, Ty. I bet this will be another great episode. Let's see. Chris Cummings. I bought 2 Friends sets last weekend and spent a total of $30. Lego Star Wars to me is almost dead. The rescue rig is still pretty awesome. I'd like to see a new 8-wide version, please. He's got a timestamp of 29 minutes and 2 seconds. A Lego hospital in the days before HIPAA. I'll pretend that I can't overhear anything going on with the other patients. Thank you. Unis Lapis, for the longest time, I kept calling it HEPA, like the filter. I'm not sure why nobody corrected me. Well, it's probably because you were trying to meet John Denver.
Oh.
Andrew Manzarini. What a way to spend my first day off after 14 straight days of John Denvering around central Massachusetts.
Ooh.
Legit put in more hours than any of the regular carriers in my post office in the past 2 weeks. Since they get Sunday off plus an extra day off during the week because their routes are all evaluated between 8 and 9 hours a day. Evaluations are basically what USPS pays for time for doing the route regardless of how long it takes. If the route's evaluated at 9 hours, you get paid for 9 hours even if it takes you less or more. Also, since it's on my mind, how long until we get a post office modular building?
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be something different.
People have been asking for that for years.
Yeah.
It'll probably be like a small attachment to a regular building.
But what kind of
If
post
they-
office? I mean, the
if they
the
did
post
it.
office I have here in Mount Vernon was built in the 1800s, or I don't know, 1900s or something. It's a really old Gothic stone building. But then Evansville, or they got buildings that were built last year and are super modern. So what do you pick for a post office? I mean, I like the idea, but
I don't know if you think about it that much. You just build a building and
Yeah.
call it a post office.
yes,
I mean, we have a post office in town, and then we actually have a drugstore across the street from where I work that has a post office drop in it. So
yeah.
Well, I guess the question is, can you have an apartment above the post office? Because if you can't, we'll never have a modular post office.
It's true.
Andrew Manzini, he also says posting additional updates as a reply instead of an edit to boost the comment numbers. Columbo's car was specifically a 59 Peugeot
Yeah.
403 Cabriolet, of which only 2,030 were made. As for vehicles I want to see made into official Lego sets, preferably as icon cars, or the Mazda MX-5 Miata Roadster, specifically the first generation with the pop-up headlights, the Mazda RX-7 from the mid-90s, the classic Saab 900 hatchback. Is that the one that Jerry had that he couldn't get?
Yo car.
Licensing for that would be a nightmare since Saab's automotive division has been dead for a decade. And the Grumman LL5, what is that? What number is that? Only if USPS sells a license for the branding, because how can you not have USPS branding on the most iconic USPS fleet vehicle?
Yeah.
That's probably the post office delivery Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also says, oh yeah, James Bond's submersible Lotus Esprit would be incredible.
Oh yeah, I was yelling at the thing when I was listening. That's what it was. It's a Lotus. They have that outside of Vegas at a gas station.
Do they really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's at the biggest Chevron in the world. Anyway, it's very exciting.
He also says, also with the stingers, I love how Joey's plastic chat blends into the audio of the episode, because Jason ripped it straight from an episode. But something crazy on eBay is so jarring because the gain on the Joey and Jabo's mics are so much higher than the episode audio. Plus the random woman sound bite that took me a few episodes to realize it wasn't Earl. I'd love to see Jason remaster that one with the gain fixed and including Earl saying something like "that's insane" instead of the random woman's voice clip. Well, we have our production master right here, so maybe he'll take.
I will tell you this. I mean, I might be able to see if I can fix the audio as far as the level, but I will never get rid of that woman saying, "Wow, crazy."
Crazy.
All the time in my house. I think it's hilarious.
Unas Lapis, I would love to see a post office modular. Sorry, I didn't think the John Denver story would still be going on. I just thought it was cool, and I didn't know it would be funny. That story is so good, it's made its way into the Bricky News podcast. I hope when people hear his songs on the radio, people will think of him being a postman and watch AFoOL podcast. Unas Lapis, he says, Andrew Mazzini, those are all great vehicles. I want to see the Miata with the pop-up headlights. Andrew Mazzini says, it would be amazing if they could somehow incorporate working steering and pop-ups controlled by the transmission knob, not unlike the 007 DB5 from 2018. Those curved parts introduced in the Cobra earlier this year would be perfect for the curves of a... Well, he must be a real car guy.
Yeah.
Ty Novell says, let's make the term John Denvering an official term. It's awesome. I like that. Unas Lapis, Ty Novell, I read that to my mom and she laughed. She knew exactly what we were talking about. She even said that it sounded natural and it's already a term. I agree. Let's start using it. Also,
the term John Denvering has a different connotation.
Also, does anyone else in the U.S. get their mail every other day now? and several hours later than normal. We used to get ours just before noon, but now it's around 7 p.m. I don't know if our mailman is just John Denvering every other day, and on the actual day he's playing catch up. No, I still get mine every day,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Maybe they reworked your route. Maybe you got a new guy and he's running it backwards.
Maybe you just don't have mail some days.
Yeah. That could
Yeah. Chef Eddie, it's a free gift with purchase, except Jason. He is a fantasy guy, so no free gift for him. Yeah, Jason is the founding father of the pan.
I got some new
Tino,
sets coming out.
so you know, I hear. So I hear. Ty Novell, he gets free review sets from Fantasy for being part of the pan, anyways. I'm still hoping he will post pictures of Pyberton.
No, it's not Piverton. It's Pantacity.
Fantasy.
Kansas City. I like it.
Unis Lapis, here's a fun fact. Many Filipinos will make the P sound when saying the F sound. So if you make a mock of an island using Fantasy bricks, it would be Fantasy Island, like the TV show. Okay.
Wow.
Chris Bricks, best set of 1990 is Peak Lego. Best town set is 6399, the airport shuttle. Space is 6989, Megacore Magnetizer. Castle is 6071, Forest Man's Crossing. And Pirate is no new pirates that year. 1560 Glory Glider was actually my first set that wasn't a hand-me-down from my older brothers. Had to wait 6 to 8 weeks to get it from a Kellogg's box. Probably Apple Jacks or Corn Box back in those days. Unis Lapis, those are all great ones. Ty Novell, I never realized there were so many new pirate sets in the year after their introduction in '89. I'll have to check, but I think they are still shown in the Ideas Book 260, and they do make an appearance on the cover.
Why do they call them Apple Jacks when they don't taste like apple? Just curious.
I don't know.
I think that's
I've always wondered that, even when I was a kid. So
I think that's a excellent topic for the breaking news.
maybe we'll talk
Food
about it.
segment.
Depends how Alex.
Oh, maybe you could. You know what you should do for the taste test for the food segment? You should give him something blindfolded and see if he could figure out what it is. Something a common food, not something crazy.
Chicken feet,
like Apple Jacks or Fruit Loops or a different brand of gummy worms to see if he can tell it's really a different brand.
I'm liking the cereal idea. Guess the cereal. Alex blindfolded.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you this. I did pick up some items when I was in Kentucky and Tennessee, so we'll have some interesting items.
Chef Eddie, did you know in John Denver's song Country Roads, he says West Virginia has the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Shenandoah River, but both of those are in Virginia, not West Virginia. I think he wrote that song when he was lost and didn't have a map on his postman route. Unis Lapis, I've never been to the East Coast. I would have never guessed that. I love hearing new things on the AFoOL podcast. That's why you come here, man. Chris Bricks, that song's so old that Virginia hadn't split yet. Chef Eddie's LOL. Chris Gennart, the Blue Ridge Mountains, I think, are the most of the Appalachians from the West Virginia to Georgia. I live next to the Great Smoky Mountains and hear some segments called part of the Blue Ridge Mountains, though rarely. North Carolina and Virginia are known for the Blue Ridge Parkway. The Shenandoah flows through West Virginia in Virginia. I'm not familiar with the song, but I can see the terminology being correct for the area. Chef Eddie says the Shenandoah River does not flow into West Virginia, and the Blue Ridge Mountains do not cross the border. It's a good song, but it really plays with geography a bit. I think that may be why John Denver was such a good postal employee. Was such a bad postal employee. Chris Kennard says, Chef Eddie, I had a reply, but it was immediately removed. I think because I shared a hyperlink. I'll add that as a separate comment to see if any case to see. If in any case, I had said that I was not familiar with the song and had to look up the lyrics. I found that many people argue over this. Technically, the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Shenandoah River do cross into West Virginia, but for very small segments, which is what I was thinking of. However, you're right that as John Denver was not from the area, the song was not written with geography in mind. Whew. Chris Kennard can confirm the comment was removed due to hyperlink. In any case, the Shenandoah River can be confirmed in West Virginia by looking at the map near. I mean, we got an hour to
And we've lost Earl. So
it's gonna take us an hour to figure out where
this geography lesson that we're having going on here. I'm gonna have to find the comments, aren't I, so I can get caught up here.
For the Blue Ridge Mountains, many sources show a small.
Hey, Jason, there's just some more.
Yeah, I know.
It's not even funny. It's not funny. Again, ultimately,
Oh my goodness! All right, where are we at?
Unis Lapis, he says, I would love to visit all those places, and a definite place I want to visit is Mount Airy, North Carolina. Andy Griffith in Mayberry. Oh, in his police car as a speed championship. There you go. That's a good one, Unis Lapis. I love me some Andy Griffith. My dream is to live as Colorado Rocky Mountains High. I've seen it raining fire in the sky. Born and raised in California, currently in Utah. Next step, Colorado.
Where is this podcast going? This is
I don't know. That's what I'm laughing at because I'm thinking about sitting in the class and these two guys going back and forth, and I'm thinking, does anybody really care?
Well, just wait till we discuss that his name isn't actually John Denver. It's Henry Duschendorf.
Chef Eddie, well, that's why he had to fake a plane crash and go back to his day job of being a postman.
Good Lord.
Chef Eddie says, legend has it he's still out there today, taking his revenge on Lego boxes and bubble mailers. Ty Novell says, oh, did he move to Romeoville then? And Ulis Lapis says, Ty Novell, I can't believe you just solved the case. It all makes sense now. See, Joey and Jabo, John Denver was in fact my mailman. Okay, Singenator, show of hands. Who here has two hands? I know I got some hands around here somewhere. Joe Bowling. I didn't realize $1,000 Lego Death Disc when I first saw it, but I've actually started thinking it looks good. I just didn't like it at first because for $1,000 I was expecting a sphere-shaped Death Star. But even the build is good. I wouldn't pay $1,000 for it, and it shouldn't be called a Death Star when it's more like a Death Star diorama collection.
Yeah.
Unis Lapis says, I don't know if I would ever like it. It's too much plus the cost. I like simple sets or sets that tie into history or can be used in a classroom setting. I've noticed I have backed off from buying Star Wars sets. I love the original trilogy in Episode 1. Since that came out when I was in the 5th grade. Chris Kennard says, I agree with everything that has been said. If the rumors are true, I can see someone being fired. Then again, maybe they have something up their sleeve. Makes me glad that I have not liked anything Lego has released over $180 other than some modulars and the Lion Knight's castle. So, as much crap as everybody's given this Death Star, don't you think that every Lego store is still going to have day one lines for people who want to buy this Death Star?
Yep.
And if they are, then Lego's going to be, the joke's on you because we're still selling them.
But it's no different than like that BTS set. I remember that sold out and people were lined up at the Lego store to get it. And then once all of the 12-year-old girls came and got their set, it was on clearance at Walmart and everywhere else.
Right.
So,
right.
I don't know.
we're kind of in a weird time, right? Because what is it? This is the third, and I is not the fourth. Is that something I can say?
Well,
What?
so I think the rumors that I've seen online, by the time this comes out, I think it'll have debuted yesterday. I don't know.
So tomorrow, yeah.
I mean, I don't have a copy.
You mean
and
yesterday?
sent me an
Tomorrow, wait,
From what I've
tomorrow.
seen online, that's what they're saying is
So
that
tomorrow, right now, is yesterday when this posts.
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna hurt your brain if you start down that road.
This
Yeah.
is like, I'm telling you guys, you've got to watch the movie Deja Vu. You got to watch it. It's a great movie, and that's it's great. Just trust me, it's great. Watch it. Everyone's homework assignment: find Deja Vu and watch it. If you haven't watched it, I can't believe it. It's a great Denzel Washington movie. How have you never seen that, Joey?
I don't know. I still haven't. I don't
Jason,
know.
you've never seen it either?
I've never seen it.
It's great. It's great. Did I tell you it was great? Watch Deja Vu, and then you'll get it. Pasta Jensen, my theory for the other guy's worst set segment is made just to trigger me.
When I
BrickTsar,
hear the Deja Vu, I always think of Groundhog's Day.
well,
When
that's
he
Groundhog's
says,
Day. That's
you ever
not
have
him.
Deja Vu? And she says, I don't know, but I can ask the chef.
BrickTsar says, I love your reply to post to those. Pasta Jensen says, BrickTsar, thanks. Have not made one for the last one yet, but I ought to do it. Chris Gennards, I have to check out your post, but they trigger me as well. A better title would be Worst of the Best.
So I need to speak to this just so people understand. We're limited. If it's all good stuff, something still has to be the worst of the best. You know,
Exactly.
it's kind of like, you know, if you have a podcast that's ranked 11th and one that's ranked 15th, both good, but one of them is just better. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. You've been waiting for 2 hours and 16 minutes to get that in there.
I don't know. Did you see under my name? It's been there the whole time.
Yeah, I know. Pasta Jensen says they thrive on drama. Ty Nobel says Yoda was incorrect. Anger doesn't lead to death to Darth Vader, but it does lead to the sum of the best post from Pasta Jensen. Unis Lapis says Ty Nobel doesn't anger also lead to footloose dancing? Ty Nobel says, I don't know. I don't think Pasta Jensen knows Dirty Dancing. And then Unos Lapis says, well, nobody puts baby in a corner. Chris Gennard, regarding the challenge to find the earliest Lego dinosaur, I arguably know of one from before 1993. Set 258. You might have to write that down for Jabo, Joey. Set 258, the zoo from 76 has an alternate build that can be interpreted as either a dragon or a dinosaur. It's shown on the last page of the instructions, and it is shown on the box, on the top of the box. I'll call it a dinosaur because it doesn't have wings, and after building the main set with my 5-year-old son about a year ago, he saw the alternate build and insisted we immediately disassemble the zoo and build what he perceived to be a dinosaur, as dinosaurs are his favorite animal. I assume images of the instructions are out there, but let me know if you'd like a photo.
Is this the set he's talking about? It's the zoo.
Yeah, you said there's an alternate build that you can see on the top of the box. So I don't know if you're going to see a picture of the top.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not. And then there's no other pictures of this set. So, yeah, that's the only. Yeah, we're gonna have to let him know.
The last page of the instructions, he says.
And I don't have those either.
Well, but if you search for the instructions, I bet we can find them.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue. I'll
keep
search.
reading.
Okay. Chris Gennard, it's true. Random number generators aren't truly random. Traditional ones use a deterministic equation whose input is just the current timestamp from your phone or computer. I'm aware of quantum attempts that may be truly random, but I am not aware of any in widespread use. Unis Lapis, but I think Jabo was talking about statistics, or at least that's what I understood it as. You're given a certain amount of numbers, and the numbers remaining, the fraction of that number increases. Chris Kennard says, makes sense. I suppose I was just making a different observation. Unis Lapis says, kept reading your comment, and I can see what you're saying. I love math, but now I've been putting way too much thought into it. Yep. Chris Kennard says, yes, it's very interesting. Blew my mind when I learned about it. The equations are very simple, but it can take an extremely large number of iterations for that initial pattern to appear again. Look up pseudo-random number generator, and that's what's in widespread use. Chris Kennard, some good sets from 1990. But 6399, the airport shuttle, must be the hands-down winner for that year. Can already predict my choice for 94 to be the Unitron monorail. Okay.
Yeah.
Here comes Mayo. Can we agree that every town and train fan will say the airport shuttle is the best set of the 1990, myself included? I don't need to be psychic about that. If Una's mailman was John Denver, then Jabo's mailman was Carl, and my mailman was Santa. I wish my mailman was James Taylor or Bono or someone. Unis Lapis, that's too funny. Even though I love John Denver being my mailman, my other favorite mailman is Cliff Clavin. Clavin from Cheers, right?
Yep.
Ty Novell, waiting for your prediction of Jabo's favorite set from 90, sir. Also, does your trick work for the lottery numbers? And Mayo says, I already did. Everyone's favorite is Airport Shuttle. Yeah, but he threw you a curveball, Mayo. Unis Lapis, yes, Earl. All replies count to the comment count. That's why I talk to myself so I can be number 132 and 133. I noticed some comments were added after you filmed your episode. I think the final count was 159. Ty Novell, you give Are We There Yet a whole different meaning. Good luck getting to the required post. And Unis Lapis says, haha, how did you know that's what I think when I check the comment count every hour? So if he checks the comment count every hour, does that mean we get a view every hour, Joey?
Oh, yeah, probably so.
Unis Lapis, AT&T question for Jabo. You're going to have to cut and paste this one to next week.
Yeah.
Or Unis Lapis, leave us the same comment next week. It says, first, thanks, Jabo, for answering that last question. That was actually going to be my next question about the boxes outside. My mom called those bee boxes. So I'm not going to read this one, Unis Lapis. Cut and paste it and leave it in next week's episode.
So you're not reading all the comments, is what you're saying?
No, I started reading it.
Heard you say it. I just heard you say it.
I started reading it. I started reading it, but I'm saving it because I don't want to ruin it. I don't want Jabo to answer it.
Oh, you've ruined it. You've ruined it.
No, I started reading it.
No, yeah, and then you stopped, so you didn't read it. The end.
You want me to read it? Okay, I'm going to read it.
No, I don't want you to read it. I don't. Continue on. I was also told this wouldn't be 3 hours, and that ain't happening. Clearly,
that ain't happening.
I don't know why you thought you believed them lies. Unis Lapis, here's some Bell Company movie trivia. In the movie Dumb and Dumber, when Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels see the money in the briefcase and are in the hotel watching and crying over the TV commercial, the commercial is a Pacific Bell commercial. Pacific Bell would have never aired in Colorado. Colorado had Mountain Bell. Well, I'm surprised I didn't get any backlash on that because of the geography. And groceries or Lego. I don't think Lego is too worried about any of these Chinese knockoff companies. It's no different than when Mega Bloks and Tyco were pumping out their crap. It's the used bulk lot buyers that are getting screwed. Separating Lego from junk is almost as unbearable as watching Disney Star Wars. Ty Nobel says, I think they're worried, though, and they are trying to make sure it doesn't get too out of hand. Sorting Lego is the worst form of self-inflicted punishment out there. Unis Lapis says, everyone has their rivals. The Beatles had the Rolling Stones. Pink Floyd had the Who. Zeppelin had Black Sabbath. Also, am I the only one who enjoys sorting Lego?
Might be.
Probably. Groceries or Lego. Wouldn't it be funny if the $1,000 Death Star and the U.S. Enterprise turned out to be hoaxes, cooked up by the new witch hunter Lego hired to suss out leaks?
Yeah.
That would be good. Ty Novell, one can only wish Lego was that cunning. Sadly, I don't think they are. Ty Novell says it's rare when Joey's opening gets a smile from Earl. Well, it got a good laugh out of me this time. You must be doing better on these, Joey, despite messing it up this episode. Ty Novell also says, LOL, I just noticed a typo in Jason's stinger for the set of the year. Or did Joey forget to update to the one without the typo? That must be the one you took out this week.
Yeah.
I
I don't know that there's a typo in it. I have to look.
But Tino Whale says, by the way, it's awesome that Jabo is filming in his basement. He could just whip things out when needed. He can if he can find them. He sure can do that. Chris Bricks, I've eaten a ton of donuts from all over the place, and Jabo is right. Nothing is better than a warm, original glazed Krispy Kreme right off the conveyor. I don't know, man. I think Krispy Kreme is a little overrated. Udis Lapis, for some reason, I thought Krispy Kreme donut was slowly going the way of the dodo bird. There's one about 5 miles from me. Now I have a hankering for some. Ty Novell says, agree to disagree. Krispy Kreme is better than Dunkin' Donuts. Wait, wrong podcast. Or maybe they can have a new food segment on the AFoOLs. Well, stranger things have happened. Cue Susie and Dustin singing the never-ending story. Well, there you go, Jason. Now you've got to get some Krispy Kreme donuts and some Dunkin' Donuts to do a taste test comparison.
I do think a fresh Krispy Kreme is good. I don't think it's my favorite donut.
Yeah,
it is better than Dunkin'. I will say that for sure. But didn't Krispy Kreme, what was it, like 10 or 12 years ago? Didn't they file for bankruptcy because they were having such trouble? I think they did, and then they came back. But anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Have they always been in grocery stores? Because now they're in grocery stores.
Yeah, they haven't always been, but they've been in there for a long time.
Well, yeah, I was wondering if that was something they did just because the people don't go into the store or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, we used to have them. We don't have them anymore. They would show up at like 10 at night with tomorrow's donuts.
Oh.
The one thing I will say that I don't like about Krispy Kreme, like if you get a maple top donut, it's already gone through the glaze and then they put the maple on top. It's like that's too much for me. If I was a 6-year-old kid, it would be great, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Unis Lapis says that's a great agree to disagree. I've never had the latter, so the choice is easy for me. I don't know. There's probably 4 different just local home style donuts in our area that 2 of the 4 are better than Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. We don't have any Dunkin' here anymore. They came into the market and they're no longer here.
We don't either.
They don't make their donuts in store. Like they're refrigerated or frozen or something. Anyway.
Kona Dog B. Another great episode. So close to 3 hours. One day you'll get there. You need
today.
You need a stinger for your "We're About to Die. How much crap do we need?" segment. Time to call your podcast producer. Well, there you go, Jason. Can you get on that for us, please?
I don't know why it matters. You're not going to play it. You're going to play, I don't know, the vault set or something.
Well, that's not my fault, Joey.
That's not my fault. I pressed the button.
No, Joey added your stinger for your personal stinger that can only be used when you are here, and it took the spot of the other one.
Well, that doesn't explain last week's issues. My wife and I are driving in the car, and it's let's check out you were going to do the vault set, and all of a sudden it's let's go back in time. And my wife's like, "What is going on?" Like, I don't know. Earl's in charge of buttons. Whatever.
Yeah,
to him. That's what I told her.
Would like to see the Jetsons car in Speed Champions. That would be pretty neat. I don't know if it would have to be that big though. FYI, I just tried to update my Lego nickname to include the word brick in my name, and I was able to ask for a human review. They approved my name pretty quickly. There is hope. See you all in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but
Brick's
didn't
not
you?
the problem.
Yeah, brick's not the problem. It's
Because
your
they wouldn't let me have Jason in my name.
Yes.
That was the illegal thing I was doing, trying to call myself Jason.
I wonder why.
So I'm no longer Angry Reindeer. I'm Brixen5.
Well, I think the reason why is because the Lego website is still geared for kids because they have the play side of it.
Yeah, could be.
So it's kind of a weird little, yeah, they don't want to be responsible for some kid being found because they were playing a game or whatever on the Lego website.
And they're dealing with, it's not like it's just US laws. They're dealing with European laws and
which are way more strict on the privacy.
Oh, I know. It's like I told you when I was there, that when they found out I had a YouTube channel, the security guy was kind of following us around all day, watching me.
We had at work, we have to use Microsoft Authenticator on our phones to be able to use the computer.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah. Well, so I threw a fit about it, and
me too.
And they, they're like, we'll get you a token. We're gonna do this. But then one of the VPs or whatever, he's like, is this gonna turn into another Europe thing? I said, what do you mean? He said, well, we can't even do this in Europe. He said, we're not allowed to use Microsoft Authenticator. I said, then why aren't you doing whatever you do in Europe in the United States? It's just more expensive.
Yeah, we had to do that. It's crazy because to get in your personal stuff on a computer, you have to authenticate. Well, it used to be they would send you a text with a code like everything, right?
Yeah.
So they changed it. So if you're salary, you had to get authenticator. But if you're not salary, you still get the text with the code. So I'm like, I don't want to put another damn app on my phone. And and I'm like, and they're like, well, who are you? And we've got 100 and something stores, and
right,
your one voice means absolutely nothing. So I have to get authenticator on my phone.
There was a gal that I had, and they were doing this is a couple jobs ago, but they were doing the multi-factor authentication. And she was a little bit older lady. She's like, I don't have a cell phone. And they couldn't figure out how to get her on the computer because she's like, I'm not buying a cell phone for my job. I don't need it.
Right.
It's kind of funny.
Send me one. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Bricks in space. So does that play the whole thing for you?
Well, this is Bricks Space. Did you read? This isn't Bricks in Space. This
excuse me.
This is Bricks Space 9.
Space. So many great sets in 1990. The Airport Shuttle, the Megacore Magnetizer, the Kings Mountain Forest, to name a few. Maybe let's go for something smaller. 6034 Black Monarch's Ghost was a great to get the Newcastle parts. In Europe, 6077 Forestman's River Forest was released in 1990. That would be my choice.
There you go.
And Tino Bell says, did you get the remake of that set from the Bricklink designer program? He didn't answer, so we don't know. Brick Vice, the MRI scanner is on AliExpress for $10.
I'll get one of those right away.
Did you look that up, Joey?
No.
Tino Bell says, did you check whether the red square on the box said Lego or something else like Lelo or Lepid? Unis Lepid says, yes. Did you check? Tino Bell, I like the days when we could get individual train cars or ships or whatever in smaller sets. These days, everything is packaged together in a huge big set that makes them so much more expensive. And if you only like one of the bits of the set, you have to either get the whole set or buy it from the secondary market. Unis Lapis says, I fully agree. Thank you. I like those $10 sets and especially those polybag sets.
Yep.
Brick Vice, how much of these price increases are due to tariffs? I don't think
I
that much.
don't think they are because tariffs are a new
yeah.
thing and they've been raising prices the last number of years.
Yeah,
Yep.
Unis Lapis says, I doubt much of the price increases due to tariffs. Prices have been going up before 2025. Many people are forgetting that these are reciprocal tariffs. BrickVice says European tariffs are 5% on non-European. U.S. tariffs on Denmark start at 10% and go up to 454.
Yeah, well, politics.
I was gonna say, are we gonna get into politics here?
No.
No, we don't.
We can
We
start
don't.
yelling at each other. We can be like CNN or one of those.
Yeah.
Ty Novell, wow, BrickTrains picked a space set instead of a train set for the best set of 93.
Imagine
Occasionally you'll find a train on BrickTrains.
occasionally.
Kind of like occasionally you'll get a Jason Bricks in 5 minutes in 5 minutes. Udis Lapis. Ooh, I get it now. BrickTrains didn't just randomly pick a space set. Nope. He's out here making sure Mayo doesn't go full on psychic with Joe's pick. Otherwise, this whole thing turns into Vegas real quick. From now on, one prediction per AFoOL. Winners get eternal bragging rights. Losers get to keep pretending they saw it coming. And remember, we're talking about the #1 Lego podcast in the universe here. Things are serious. There you go, Jason. Once again, the #1 podcast.
In
I
the
thought it
year.
was like a number 15 podcast. What do I know?
That's right. Ty Novell, there are quite a lot of not great sets that the Breaking News guys could pick from 1990. For the best, that space shuttle launch set might be a good city space pick. The airport shuttle probably would be Alex's pick. The Breezeway Cafe is another nice set, and the castle has the Forestmen crossing, an excellent set in the mountain forest. But being a space guy, I'm not going for the MCM or the 6989 Megacore Magnetizer as the best set of the year. So Tino Bell he's predicting what you guys said. He gave up on predicting what we were gonna say. Tino Bell says, yep, it's sad when we have more Lego in storage than on display. I like having my Lego out on display, even if it gets dusty, because at least I can enjoy looking at them covered in dust. My condolences to Joey for the pile of shame under that train display, and to Earl for his storage unit. Well, yeah. Chris Kennard, agreed. I have the vast majority of my collection in storage as my kids have taken over. Did help me realize that I should get rid of everything that no longer interests me rather than wait until the kids grow up or we move into a larger house, which would be many years away. Unis Lapis says the majority of my Lego sets are still sealed in their boxes. I too am waiting for more space, but now I'm mainly focusing on small mocks. The problem about waiting to open your sealed sets is that 10 years down the road you don't want to open a sealed set that's 10 or 15 years old.
Right.
That's when you go and get it certified.
Yeah.
Graded.
Yeah.
So let me ask
ahead.
you, Earl, about that. How are your sets gonna just stay in storage forever?
For a while. Yep. For a while.
And like, how do you feel about it? Because like, I struggle. I have a lot of Lego around here. It doesn't look like it, but I have a lot of stuff, and some of it I just wonder, like, am I doing something good or bad? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, it's kind of like
more of a negative than a positive to get more
you
Lego.
feel like, what's the point, right?
Yeah.
You know, like I want to get every modular, and I've been getting every modular, but I haven't built a modular in, I think I have the last 4 or the last 5 put up. And
But
I don't know if I'll ever build them
having
because
a goal like that is more attainable, right? Because there's 20 modulars or whatever. That's a limited scope. But the problem isn't you want to get every modular, it's you want to get every modular, and you want to get the Spider-Man sets, and you want to get Iron Man, and you want to.
So the way the Iron Man and the Spider-Mans, I'm building them. I'm opening them because I want them for the figs. So I'm building the sets, and then, then I'll put the set back in the box and put it up. And like you said, what's the point?
Yeah.
I could just buy the fig for half the price of the set, but then you realize why not just buy the set and get the fig?
Yeah.
But I'm trying to only buy stuff like that I really want.
Yeah. That's
for
what
one
I've been doing.
one reason or another,
I took some stuff to Brick Slopes and I sold a bunch of stuff actually at the
Did you?
yard sale. Yeah, I had the sand crawler, not the UCS, the one, what was it, 2019 or whatever.
Yeah.
I sold that one, and so I've started, there's certain sets I've set aside, like my Stranger Things. I took that and I had a couple people express interest, but so
See, my wife built that one, and then I took it apart. So I have it, but that would be one that I would want to sell. I don't have the box for it, I don't think.
I have
Or
the
do I?
box, the instructions, I had it all, and I was like, well, we'll see, but
Yeah.
no takers.
Yeah, I don't think people like that set. They thought it's one of those sets everybody thought was cool when they came out, but now looking back, people might want the figs, but I don't think anybody really cares about the set.
Yeah.
It's an awkward set. I mean, it's a
Mhm.
cool if you really followed Stranger Things. Yeah, it's like, okay, that's kind of cool, but it's awkward because you could turn it up. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
see both sides.
For me, I feel like it was exciting because Stranger Things had come out, but since then, it's been season 2, or I guess this probably was during season 2 it came out, but since then we've had 3 and 4, and I guess 5's coming out. I don't know. It's like, okay, I don't really feel a connection to it anymore. So
I didn't even make it through all of season 1.
I didn't make it through all of the last one was at season 4. Like I watched the first episode with my daughter, and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna watch this.
Yeah, I didn't.
Anyway.
I didn't watch any of it. My wife liked it. My granddaughter liked it, but
yeah, 1 was good, 2 was okay, 3 was a stretch, we'll just say. And then when I watched the first episode, I'm like, I don't know what we're talking about here. So,
yeah.
Carry on.
Let's see. Ty Novell, Jabo, an interesting story about people selling off Lego when they get older. Conversely, I have heard stories of people picking up Lego after they retire, not only to fill up their time building, but to also keep their minds sharp and their motor skills as well. Yeah.
That's actually a thing. My wife and her friend, they had kind of talked about it. Me and my wife had talked about it, where that's a thing that, like, retirement communities and stuff, they'll have the residents build Lego sets because it works their mind and it keeps their fingers, gives them a little more dexterity. Now, obviously, you're not building $1,000 Death Stars. You're probably doing more of maybe the 4+ or whatever. But she was kind of talking about kind of having like a lending library or something to the local rest area. The thing. What am I thinking about?
Assisted living facility.
Yeah, the assisted living, so that you could change it out, because nobody wants to, building the same set doesn't help the brain, right? You need something different. That's it's the same thing as doing a crossword puzzle.
Get a bunch of 3-in-1s.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
we get that 8-in-1 Batman set.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorting out the black pieces though. Oof.
Into Legos. On the topic of movie cars for the Speed Champions theme, since someone mentioned the car from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, I'll chime in and say that Lego should make John Candy's car from Uncle Buck.
Oh.
Lego could even add something that plays the sound of the engine backfiring in a trunk with a hatchet in it. Unis Labas, that would be awesome. I like the car from Ferris Bueller. I know it wasn't an actual model. It still looks amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Keel Jones, plastic question for Joey. Oh, let me cue it. This another plastic deal?
It is. I'm gonna make it quick. All right, here we go.
You all were talking about the orange air tanks. If Lego has the mold for the air tank, couldn't they make the air tanks in any color they want?
Yes.
Well, that was quick, Joey. Pasta Jensen, the giant time. Language can be funny. Two
Il
tempo,
tempo gigante.
huh?
Il tempo gigante. I already knew you were going to struggle with that. Sorry. Just helping you out.
Oh, well, it looks like two or I. There's no E there. Is the car from the movie Flocka Grand Prix.
I wasn't going to help you with that one. I wanted to watch you struggle.
Flocka Waka.
Waka waka waka.
Named the Pinchcliffe Grand Prix in English. It's one of the all-time greats when it comes to stop-motion animation. It was released in '75 in Norway.
Wow.
Unis Lapis, that's what it says when we click translate under your car pick. I had to look it up after you picked that. Pasta Jensen says, yes, I had to check it too. The main creator, Ivo Crapino, or Ivo Crapino, had an Italian father. I think there is some meaning lost in translation. Or maybe it was supposed to sound just cool and silly. Ty Novell says, poor Earl couldn't pronounce the German word you posted in the last episode. Earl, her is pronounced the same as her, but it means Mr. in German and Norwegian. Huh. Imagine that. Well, that's kind of dumb. You must be one of the most multilingual persons on the comments here. So far, you have posted in 4 different European languages. Have you ever seen Gallagher's deal with the flip cards?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With dumb and bomb and
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Pasta Jensen, I have posted in 4 languages. Technically, I know the 3 Scandinavian languages, English and German, or rather Austrian. I do know a few words in Finnish and Icelandic as well, but I'm not sure if that counts as knowing the language. Tino Bell says, Pasta Jensen, English, Norse, Austrian, German, and Italian in the last episode. And technically, I can't even pronounce this language, Bokmal, and Norse, Norsk are separate Scandinavian languages. So, you know, 4 Scandinavian languages, although some will say if you speak Bergen, you know another different language. Pasta Jameson says, I think you typed fast here. Crapino, Ivo Caprino, waiting for Earl to say flock of.
It's flock of seagulls.
Pasta Jensen says, I tend to do that. Okay.
Wow. You know they got our number because we've committed to reading all these.
Mike Douglas,
I'm going to encourage people to comment, just so you know, next time we record, please tell them everything you ever wanted to hear them talk about, and especially send Earl crazy words to say.
Mike Douglas, love the new AT&T segment. We really need a stinger now, Joey. I mean, Jason. Joey, we need a stinger. Jason, please make us a stinger.
I'll see what I can come up with.
I love the new AT&T segment. I live in Canada, and a few months ago, I heard a story from one of my regular customers about drug addicts ripping down a bunch of phone cables behind our local mall to steal the valuable copper. But it turned out to be essentially worthless fiber optic cable. It cost the phone company $250,000 to fix the damage. I wish I could have seen their faces when they found out it wasn't copper wire. Stupid criminals are my favorite kind. Unis Lapis says the AT&T segment is awesome. Ty Novell says we need a stinger for that. Well, we're working on it. We're working on it.
Well, if you were really the world's best podcast, you'd have one, wouldn't you?
Oh.
Well, we have a great production guy. I mean, our
production he may not be so great anymore with all the talk you've been making, Earl.
Our production staff is top notch. I mean,
I think you mean the Breaking News production staff is top notch. Not only do they do things for their own, they do things for other podcasts.
That's why
how good they are.
That's why he's the best. Unis Lapis.
You guys finally made one stinger and then you used the wrong one.
That's why we need you to make them for us. Unis Lapis. Okay, everyone, start making your bets for the Pick a Brick predictions. Only one guess for each, for Jabbo, Joey, and Earl on what set they will choose to be their favorite for their year. 1/3 are correct. Bragging rights, 2/3 are correct. More bragging rights, 3 out of 3 correct. Respect. Tino Bell says, I don't think I can do a James Hoskins to pick the correct set for each of Jabbo, Joey, and Earl. Joey will probably pick something that is most unexpected, not a train or a space set, but something different. Earl will pick a set from his childhood or wished he had in his childhood. That's right. Jabbo will pick the set that Mayo said he would pick, which I think is the airport shuttle.
Mm.
Well, I picked the airport shuttle, but Jabbo didn't.
Nope.
Unis Lapis, all right, that was harder than I thought it would be. I went over the set several times, and I even tried channeling Mayo's psychic energy. Here's my guesses for the AFoOL's top 90. Earl is the Night Stronghold. Nope. Joey's is the Space Shuttle, 1682. Jabbo is 9355 Dacta Space Theme Set. I feel like I could be way off. You are really way off.
You got 3 for 3.
But hey, we appreciate the effort.
Yeah,
You'll get a participation trophy.
I'll like it. There you go.
Trevor Tenpico.
Travertine Pico.
Travertine Pico. James Bond had a White Lotus Esprit. How do you say that word?
I could until you said it.
It turned into a submarine. Jackie Chan drove a Subaru in Cannonball Run, I believe. Tino Bell, thank you for the update. I knew someone watching the episode would know the exact make and model of the car that turned into a submarine driven by Bond. Travertine Pico. Tino Bell, fun fact: before they filmed the movie, the Lotus management had someone drive the new prototype Esprit down to film the studio and park at the end of the lot every day. The flashy car got attention from the studio, and they ended up making a deal for the Lotus. Let's see. How many more of these do I have?
We read every comment, remember, Earl.
Let's see. I lost my spot.
Gil Jones.
Someone sounded kind of
okay.
Alex-ish, just saying.
No, I was just seeing how many I had.
Oh, okay.
Gil Jones says, based on the question last week about UV light interacting with plastic, I guess we can start asking Joey chemistry questions as well as plastic questions.
No.
Tino Bell says, you might be surprised. Both Joey and Jabbo have some expertise in that area. Joey from his work and Jabbo from his interests.
Yeah, well.
Tino Bell says, Jabbo, we still have phones at work. I would be surprised if he doesn't have a phone at work. Unis Lapis, the irony of telecommunication companies in general is that some people, not all, have trouble with communication. I'm not talking about language barriers. I'm talking about people can't communicate actual common sense with what they need from others. But I guess that is every company out there. Yep.
Yeah.
Tino Bell says, awesome job, Miss Heather, mocking botanicals. Keep up the good work. I hope to see the video soon.
Yeah, we all do, Heather. Where's your mock video of your botanicals? Is that package still sealed on your table? Watch the comments. I bet we're going to get ready to get a comment now.
Tino Bell, Jabbo said a lot of your Lego problems can be solved with soap and water. I wish my Lego problems could be solved with soap and water. I don't see how soap and water could help me to have enough money to buy Lego or find some space to display them. Pasta Jensen, the best set for 1990. Is there really a competition? It's the 1883 Rabbit Wrestle. Oh, the 6399 airport shuttle is not too shabby. Tino Bell says the 1883 Rabbit Wrestle, it's great, but not as iconic as the Duck Rattle from 83, set number 2024, and updated in 1987, set number 2020. Pasta Jensen says, for sure, but we're discussing 1990 here. Would not be surprised if the other guys but put that one on their hate list. Tino Bell says They won't put any Duplo on their list. It's a verbatim. Verbatim.
Oh,
It's verboten. It's forbidden.
verboten.
Verboten.
Yeah. Verboten.
Basic sets and parts are also verboten. Fabuland seems to be allowed. Did you have to look that up in the dictionary?
Verboten?
Another
Verboten?
word for forbidden? What's another word for forbidden?
No, but I studied German, so I
Here's
know.
a good one. Oh, so that means that's German for forbidden?
Yeah.
Well, how am I supposed to know that?
I don't know.
Pasta Jensen, true, as I do not have that one. Tino Bell, double whammy. Plastic AT&T question for Joey and Jabo.
Uh-oh, here
Is
we
this
go.
another plastic deal?
It is, and I'm going to make it quick.
I'm not making a third one that's AT&T and plastic, and
No,
this
just
isn't how this is going to work.
We just need an AT&T one. Is the plastic used for the Lego fiber optic systems, FOS, sets in the 90s the same as the plastic used for the data transmissions by phone companies for data? Unislava says, great question. I would like to know that too.
I would say probably, but I don't honestly know. I mean, they would have to have a high enough optical quality to transfer the light. And the optic is weird because I don't know a lot about fiber optics, but I don't think it's just like a piece of clear plastic. I think it's got a wall to it or something. I don't know. Sorry. Actually, Jabo probably would know.
Probably.
Yeah.
Pasta Jensen, 1990 was the end of my first run of Lego. The last sets I got was a few of the smaller M-Tron sets. Ty Nobel says, how long did your Dark Age last? Pasta Jensen says, until 2011. Jonas Lapis says, wow, that feels long. My Dark Age was from 03 to 20. Does anybody know if there's a support group for those who regret entering the Dark Age? Or is this podcast also meant for that as well? Of course it is. It seems like the AFoOLs do more than supporting the a-hole community. I just want to be a bigger a-hole when I watch their podcast. Pasta Jensen, Unos Lapis. Well, the early 90s was my teens and my focus shifted. Interest for Lego was always there, but I did not have cash or space to spare.
Yep.
So how did the a-holes go over whenever y'all were saying that in your panel? Did people know what it was, or?
Well, so one of the owners of Brick Slopes, Mike, he introduced the panel, and he said a-holes up front, and then we didn't proceed to clarify what that meant. So thought it was a panel for a-holes, I guess. Alex enjoys it more than I do, I'll be honest. I cringe a little whenever I.
Yeah.
When's that going to come out? When are you going to?
I was thinking about that. I don't know. The problem is where we already are posting every week. It's like, I don't know. Are people going to still watch it? So maybe it'll come out this weekend.
Yeah, I think people will watch it. Yeah.
Maybe it'll come out tomorrow. How about that?
There you go.
Check it out on the Bricking News Podcast channel on YouTube.
Bricking Out Loud. Even considering the Disney Star Wars tax, the prices they are charging for the Star Wars sets are ridiculous and seems like sheer greed. It might be excusable if the UCS sets were the next level quality adult-oriented sets, but most are sticker heavy and the quality is often just not there. I'm a lifelong Star Wars fan, and to be honest, I'm now being very picky about what Lego Star Wars sets I buy, and I would rather spend the money on picking up vintage Kenner items that I have nostalgic connection to.
Yep.
And a foodie comment, we have recently got a Popeyes here in Belfast, Northern Ireland.
Wow.
Ooh. It's a wee bit pricey, but the chicken is delicious. It's also recently got a Krispy Kreme donuts. I wholeheartedly agree with Jabo. A glazed Krispy Kreme just off the rack is melting mouth goodness. Though Tim Hortons Canadian Maple is my all-time fave. Our first ever Lego store opens in Belfast this week, August 28th, conveniently not far from Krispy Kreme. Yeah, I had Popeyes for lunch today. He's got a Lego store opening. He's got a Krispy Kreme. So do you guys watch Nate Bargatze? You ever heard of him? He's so
Oh
funny.
yeah, I know who that is.
He,
Yeah.
he said that, he eats in the
Isn't
doctor.
he the one that did the George Washington skits?
Yeah, he's so funny. His stand-ups are so funny. He said the doctor said, "Let's go through your what do you eat?" And he says he said, "What did you eat yesterday?" He says, "Can we pick a different day?" He says, "Well, I woke up and I had donuts." He says, "Donuts?" He says, "So were you passing the donut shop and you decided?" He says, "No, I drove to the donut shop for donuts." Let's see. Ty Novell, thanks for the laughs and all the information and another great episode, gents. Kudos to all the commenters for helping Unis Lapis reach his goals for the last episode. Now let's see if both him and Mayo predicting Jabo's picks can go 3 for 3 in the next episode, or this episode if Earl is reading out the comment. Ty Novell, thank you, Jabo, for the nail polisher tool hack for Lego.
Oh,
Now I have
time
to
out.
go.
Time out. We broke the 3-hour mark.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew we would.
Yay!
There's
We
never
were going to do
doubt. I
that,
knew
but we
would.
did
We
it.
did it.
Now I have to go search for one of those to see if it works. RJ Cosmic Bricks. It took me a minute, but I got that one. I really like the jokes. I never heard them, so for me, they are the best. The Captain Hook took me a while to figure it out. Exactly. Unis Lapis. The jokes are hilarious, especially with Earl and Jabo's reactions. That's why this podcast is number one. It's genuine and authentic. Well, the only thing I'll tell you is we are number one, but those other guys, the Bricky News, they're pretty genuine and authentic too.
Yeah.
Unis Lapis, and it's not so negative all the time. But the negativity is what makes them great.
Negative news.
Negative news.
Thorrock videos around the 2-hour mark. You guys were discussing value-added taxes for Europe. Of course, this depends on individual countries, but most follow the same system where if you make less than 100K annually, you don't have to go through the whole value-added tax process. So if you're buying from smaller stores in Europe, it is normal that you don't see anything happen. Okay.
That's weird.
Deslin Brick Builds. That drive rod is a very interesting piece. Probably the most interesting one I've seen so far.
It's a cool piece.
Brick Jams. I've been collecting since 2007. Other than the sets I still have from my childhood, I have also grown stagnant with Lego. I'm still buying some things that come out, but not as much as I have in the past. Maybe the main reason is because I don't have anywhere else to store it. After my dad passed away suddenly in April of this year, my thought processes has changed too. I've been dealing with all this stuff that my mom and dad have had in the same house for the last 52 years. It has got me thinking that we don't have any kids to pass our stuff down to, so I will most likely be downsizing my collection over the next few years, so there is not as much for the rest of the family to sort out when the time comes. Yeah, you get to a certain age and you do start thinking about that. Especially when you clean out a parent's house. When we cleaned out my father-in-law's house, it was like, my daughter was like, you guys, she said, I'm coming over now. Just start throwing stuff away.
Yeah, we were up in Boise this last weekend getting stuff from my grandfather's, because his wife's actually moving. And so I have a whole bunch of stuff sitting in the living room, and it's not even Lego. I got to figure out what I'm doing with it. So
Yeah. Let's see. Unis Lapis has a plastic question. This another plastic deal?
It is, and I'm gonna make it quick.
Everyone talks about yellowing of bricks. I have never had any yellowing of any kind, no matter how old my sets are. It may have a lot to do with me being colorblind. Okay. I can see colors. I just can't tell certain colors apart. If the color is close, if the color is close,
Does he have a graying of his bricks or what happened?
if the color is if the color is close to each other, it looks the same color. When I finish building the mock, my family has to inspect it.
Oh my goodness.
My family has to inspect it and ask if I intended to put colors.
When I finish building a mock, my family has to inspect it and ask if I intended to put colors that don't belong with each other. White and yellow bricks are basically the same color. I have to ask which one is which. So my question is, if a Lego piece changes color from sunlight, is it going through a midlife crisis? LOL.
Oh my gosh, that was a long way to get to a debt
It's funny
joke.
that I don't have a problem with yellow brick. We had this person, somebody I went to school with, and they started telling a story, and they were telling this detailed story, and they were like 5 minutes into this story, and they said, "Do you remember Coach Lobel?" And we're all looking, yeah, we remember. And he says, "Well, he wasn't there." We're like, what the hell does that have to do? Let's see. Damn,
That's like the guy in Ant-Man that tells this buddy that tells the stories, and he's going about,
yeah. Unis Lapis, I love Lego. Okay, guess what? See, this is the problem. We have so many.
I love Lego.
So does Alex. Unis Lapis, 134. Whoopity doo.
He must have posted on 134. Oh, I can tell you got about 20 left then if he's at 134.
Mimi Don do Lego. At the 1 hour and 30-minute mark, the only people that can hurt Lego at this point is the AFoOLs if we stop buying Lego products at their ever-inflating prices. We're purists, so we won't be buying any alternate brand bricks sets, but have started being very choosy on which Lego sets we buy and when and where. We love the insider's points, but if I can't get the same set at a deep discount, I will buy it elsewhere than Lego. Well, that doesn't matter to Lego because Lego had to sell it to whoever you're buying it from.
Yeah.
They still sold it. But yeah, I really think that Lego is, I don't know, I keep talking about the new set price and everything. The thing that gets me crazy is not the price hikes or whatever you want to call it, because it is what it is. It's when you have one set you have two sets side by side, and one of them is $30 higher than the other one, and they both have the same amount of minifigs, and pretty close to the same amount of pieces.
The value doesn't seem the same.
That's what gets me.
Yep.
Chris Gennard, the airport shuttle cannot be dethroned as the best set of 1990, but how about 821, the brick separator? The original, though not as versatile as its modern counterpart, it's possibly saved lives. I could see a kid trying to pry two parts apart against unsecured furniture. Well, that's after they tried to bite them apart and broke the tooth.
Yep.
Inkind. I'm going to have to say the best set from 1990 is the airport shuttle monorail, but there's so many good sets to choose from that year. Great episode. I'm liking the new segment. Yeah, that airport shuttle is one of the best sets. Grays on Donovan. Jabo. Huh?
Or Grayson.
Oh, yeah, okay. Grayson. Jabo, do you have any big...
Baigi pinned. It's the
What
it's
are
like an
those?
offshoot from a long time ago.
What are other wildest and least Lego? Yeah, we'll have to ask him that next week. We won't
Yep.
remember though. So
No.
unless
You'll have to repost the comment.
yeah. On bricks, for my part, Bricklink orders have decreased since Bricklink joined the VOEC register to be able to handle VAT. Many sellers forget to put the VOEC number, so you have to pay VAT twice.
Oh,
Easier and cheaper to use Pick-a-Brick on new pieces.
yeah.
Wow.
Chris Kennard, living in the U.S., I was buying a lot from Europe to complete certain collections. With the recent halt in shipments from much of Europe, I've completely stopped buying. Have realized I have almost all of what I want, and nothing new that is coming out interests me. It'll be interesting to see how the Lego group navigates the uncertain future. The
Yeah.
daily. Go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing. Yep.
The Daily Compulsion. I strongly agree with Jabo telling people to not buy Star Wars sets anymore. Thank you for not being afraid to share something that might anger part of your audience. At this point, it really seems like Lego is just testing to see how much they can increase prices before people stop buying. Let's see. On bricks, 1990 was a year between two very good years. My favorite must be set 6081, The King's Mountain Forest. That's a good one.
Yep.
Dusty King, the best set from this year's vault is the Deep Freeze Defender. Good build, fun features, and swooshability.
Yep.
The bright light blue parts in the Italian Riviera is in the bright light blue part, the air tank, is in the Italian Riviera. It'll just turn. I just turned 40, and I'm starting to think about what to do with my collection, as my wife doesn't get Lego, and I don't want to burden her with it. Geez, you just turned 40, and you're already thinking about leaving it to your wife? Woof, man. Talk about doom and gloom. Although my mantra is one is better than none, Joey is a Trekkie, and he's wearing a red shirt.
I'm gone.
Huh?
You always kill the red shirt guys.
Yep.
Oh, Scaramanga's car turns into a plane, but Bond does the spin jump, and the Bond sub car was a Lotus, and Jackie Chan's Cannonball Run car was a Mitsubishi. Lastly, Jabo is finding taxing, but don't we all?
Yeah.
Whew. Sega Bricks, or SG Bricks, I like to call Sega Bricks. Whoopity doo! Only Bricklink orders for me this year. No new Lego. Trying to keep my buying this year under $1,000 towards some kind of playable city. Greetings, SG from Belgium.
With as long as it took to get through these, you might need to refresh, see if there's any more coming.
155 strong, Jason.
No, there's 156.
What?
Oh, Jason's commented.
Did you just put one?
There's a comment in there.
Oh boy. Wait, what? It won't do it.
Here we go. You want to read it? I got it.
Go ahead, you can read it.
Jason's Bricks and 5. I never
Oh, I
thought
like
we
that
would get
guy.
through these comments. Yep.
Well,
all right. I have to go to
Jason,
work
we
in
really
3 hours and
appreciate
15 minutes. So.
Yeah, we really appreciate you stopping by, Jason. You're always welcome.
Yeah,
Always welcome.
I
You know
appreciate
the
it.
back
It's always
door
fun
in.
to come. And I appreciate the insight on the Bricklink store. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, you have our numbers. If you have any questions, text us.
Yep.
It's pretty easy. I mean, it is. It's pretty easy. I say that, and I still don't. I still have to invoice you because I don't have that shipping set up. Because for over a year, Joey and me supposed to be getting together.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give Joey my password and let him log in and do it for me.
Well, what you need to do is let me figure it out. Maybe I can help you out.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yep.
That sounds good.
All right.
Hey.
Hey, was that a comment we got?
Yeah, we got one from Nick. I can't believe he hung out this. Maybe he came in late because I don't know why anyone would stay this long.
Hey man. Hey man.
I can't even tell you how many times my wife and my daughter walked by making faces.
Calm down, Beavis.
All right. Are you gonna do an outro, Jason?
You want me to do the outro? I can do the outro.
Sure. Hey, yeah, Jabbo taxed you with it, so
Okay.
taxed you.
Well, thank you for watching the AFoOL podcast. If you are still here, we apologize. And if you enjoy Lego discussion, you can always check out the Bricking News podcast. It's a weekly discussion on Lego, rather than guys building it up and then taking 3 hours of your night. But we appreciate Mardi Gras Man 23, Earl, reading all the comments. Well, almost all of them. Joey, BrickTrains, putting this on his channel. And Jabbo, who was the one that was smart enough to leave before. So, if you enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you didn't, tell your enemies.